and now I'm sad.
John, do the thing.
Ronald Weasley.
How dare you keep the car?
God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
My sneeze immortalized.
Immortalized twice over.
Alright, well.
There's not much of a recap, so I'm ready whenever. I literally have a page of notes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Welcome to Double D&D. This is day 1.
Up to.
Last time, on Fate of the Divine, we continued our shopping spree, our shopping montage, getting wrapped up in a place where we could adopt all different kinds of magical creatures. So, of course, we had to indulge. More shopping, wandering, looking, until eventually we arrived into the upper city, where we went to go discover the temples that were there. Asta finding a really shady, secluded corner of Loki, where there was I don't remember what type of woman she was, but she was like the shrine keeper, who gifted Asta this black dagger and lets Asta know, well, maybe if you want his favor and to hear him out, kill someone in his name with this dagger. And then she just goes poof. So we ended with the others going to the Temple to Tamora.
Nice.
Boom.
I got a tiger.
Easy. Boom, nice and easy.
So, to the Tamoran Temple. This is not the very extreme temple of her own realm, the giant roulette wheel. But it's still very nice. Stone and metal, lots of gold in particular. As I said, the symbol kind of presented up on the top of the kind of steeple is more of a human looking Tamara. But inside, I would think there would be some some astral elves, probably some would there be
I hit some man, I don't know. Hi, Mama. Hi,
yeah, there's probably primarily astral elves, maybe like a halfling or two mixed in, some gnomes, maybe a plasma person.
Plasma person.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, plasma.
cool.
There above the door it says Temple of Tamara, the Fate Bringer, or what is it? The Fate Maker. Did I mix that up?
Bringer.
I think it's Fate
Maybe the
Bringer.
Luck Bringer is
Or I'm not sure.
What happened to this page? I feel like it used to have more information on it. Sag. Tamara's dead now.
I will take over!
But below the Temple of Tamara and her title, it says further that this is the home of the Fellows of Free Fate.
Okay. And I mean, like, looking around, is there like a general area to, if there's like an altar or a statue or?
Yeah, there's like a small statue in the front, and then if you head it into the temple, then it's like your basic kind of church. There are pews, large altar at the end, some different offices and quarters for the people that stay there. And off to one side of the altar, there is kind of like a little, I don't want to call it a rest area, almost like a leisure area. People that are not in the current process of worship, but still are very appreciative of Tamara and, a strong follower, relaxing and enjoying their time. Some people playing games and stuff.
Okay. Well, I think for a moment she kind of is just looking around. Because, like, I myself just got a little weird thinking about this as, like, future, as maybe, like, down the road it's not tomorrow, it's her, and she gets a little weird about that. But then kind of goes back into, like, I'm here, this is now, and then she's just gonna sit a moment, go to one of, like, the front pews, sit for a second, and just kind of focus on, like, thinking about Tamora and Luck, and just maybe thinking words to herself like, this is probably stupid that I'm literally praying to you and we talk to each other, but I just need that luck.
Is everyone else that was with Kara going into the temple as well, or are they waiting outside?
I believe I went with Asta, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
So that would be Cloud.
Loud. Is food here?
Yeah, is Andraste going?
To where?
Inside the temple.
Oh my god, I was fucking muted. I was asking, there was other temples around here, right? Like, not just Tamora, or?
Yeah, there's a handful. Yeah, it's like a district.
Do I recognize any of them? Other than Tamora?
I mean, from what y'all have walked through so far, I don't think you've seen any that you would have recognized yet. It's a very big. It's like multiple streets, so... Are you...
I'm gonna walk
While
around.
she's going in, you're gonna keep walking, okay?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I will tell Cloud.
Okay.
Me as well.
So y'all head on. Kara, you're sitting down to focus on this luck and prayer. And as you're sitting there thinking and trying to focus and kind of trying to tune out the ambient noise of the temple, you feel a presence kind of next to you. And you hear, welcome.
This is definitely very odd, but yes, I'm glad that you have a temple here in the astral plane.
Well, opening your eyes, you're not thinking tomorrow.
I thought it was her! I thought it was in my head! Oh my god, so then, yeah, never mind, scratch that. I just kind of be like...
You might first say, I like the idea of you, like, closing your eyes and thinking, wow, this is, like, really cool, and then you look over and you see
Okay, yeah.
one of the astral elves dressed in the robes of the clergy, just kind of sitting there, looking slightly down, as you're shorter.
Yes, thank you. It's rather lovely in here.
Yes, it is. We make a good effort to keep it tidy for her. It's
go ahead.
good you were able to find your way here. I mean, not no pun intended, but quite lucky.
Insight check. Is this one of those bitches who already knows me because of Tamora?
Insight check.
Sussy baka indeed. Hold on. I get advantage on these now because I can. Oh, 22.
Interesting. Um, like, she...
Like, was it just like a general,
There's
like, oh, we're
definitely...
just... Okay, go ahead.
No, there's definitely almost like an essence, like, in her look, where it's like almost like somebody she's met before, but obviously you've never met her.
Okay.
So you feel like she has some connection known to you already.
Okay, I'm weirded out. So then, yeah, I glance and look around and kind of like mouth. I don't say aloud, but mouth like, do you know?
I mean, I know you are somewhat favored of Lady Luck. I don't know a lot about you. I don't know your name, but I've seen you in my dreams, and
That's so cool.
That is
based
pretty
on
cool.
my
So cool.
dreams, I feel like, in my prayers, I feel like there is a stronger connection, not just between you and Tamora, but between you and us fellows. This temple is the, I'm sure you saw outside, the home of the Fellows of Free Fate. We are a particular group, a sect, if you will, of the Tamoran clergy. Our kind of specific purpose, as separate from the greater church, is to act in opposition of the Bashaban Order of Assassins,
Oh,
known as the Blackfingers.
okay. Yeah.
And based on what I've understood from Tamara so far, you appear to be in danger with the Blackfingers.
Always. I kind of glance around again. Maybe there's a bit more of a private quarters we could speak, if you don't mind.
Of course. Sure. We can just use my office. I'm one of the the heads here.
Oh, and Kara.
Takes you over.
Kara, by the way.
Nice to meet you. I am Facilia.
Facilia. That's pretty. Okay.
We'll go flip.
She takes you over to one of the side doors and lets you in. I'm gonna say somewhat nice, but not, it's definitely probably a bit nicer than you would see in like maybe a church of Ilmater, where it's all about like martyrdom. They have some appreciation of the finer things under Tamora. And she sits with you. She has like a little sitting area, not her desk, but like a little 2 seats, tea table. Is this to your liking?
Oh, yes, of course. No, definitely. I just, to be able to speak a little more freely of it, I felt more comfortable in more of a private space. Well, I mean, to clear the air, I do have some connections, I guess you can say, to, Tamora, but my fate is also very tied with Bishaba as well. It sounds as if she finds out my existence is known, I probably would be dead on the floor.
I suppose that's why Tamora's put out that kind of announcement. Yes, it's kind of our job to keep track of what they're doing. Of course, she doesn't have a temple here in the city. I don't think they would get that close to us, but yes, just the recon and the personal troops of Tamora against Bashaba. So, hopefully, if it does have to come to that, we'll be ready and able to help if we can.
That makes me feel a little bit better. I very much appreciate that. But maybe to give me a little more information, like, is there, areas I should be looking out for where these followers, what'd you call them again? Black fingers, black horns? Do they?
The particular sect of her church that works as her kind of assassins is the Black Fingers.
Black fingers. Is there like a particular area or plane that they would usually reside in more?
Well, her particular layer of the abyss is not necessarily the most enjoyable area to reside in. So, I mean,
figured it wouldn't be the abyss because I wouldn't want to hang out there either.
There could be some in various outer lands kind of traveling around. She usually doesn't use them for her kind of small-time targets. There could be some, in hiding in the material plane, but they move very, what is the word? Slightly. They, lots of different hideouts constantly moving around. Major cities, most major cities probably have a smaller hideout hidden away. So it's always good to be on the watch, unfortunately, if you're a target of them.
Also kind of figured.
But, as I was saying, probably more frequent and more likely to see them and run into them in these outer planes. I could see them frequenting the Outlands as a kind of travel place between all of the outer planes.
Okay, well, then I'll be especially cautious. I appreciate this, thank you.
Yes, it's good you were able to make it. Did you have need of a teleportation circle here as well?
Oh, probably at some point, yes. That would be great.
I'll just, here you go. I'll pass you a little paper with pseudo sequence so you can take it for later.
Yes, thank you.
Is there anything else that we can help you with today?
Now definitely Kara's getting a little weird. She's like, this is really awkward for me right now because of how this is kind of leading. But like, no, I think I'm okay. But I'll be reaching out if I do.
Good, good. Well, we shall be here in waiting. She will, lead you out of our office. A little refreshment. Kind of bow her head and leave you to whatever personal kind of things you want to finish up here. And she goes to help other petitioners stopping in.
Okay. So Kara gives one of those like before kind of like finishing up her thought, just taking in the temple and wishing the best of luck for the journey to come before reuniting with everybody else.
You are kind of heading out of the temple, taking in a last look, looking back at the statue of Tamara. For just a second, you think you see her give you a little smirk and a wink. Blinking. It's just frozen statue.
Yeah, then definitely Kara would be muttering on the way out, like, these new fucking eyes, I swear to God.
Probably run into Nell and Asta outside as just continuing to walk on.
Oh, hey guys!
No,
I'm gonna hate Kara!
Well, I mean, good news, I got us a sigil so we could get back here whenever we want.
Oh, who gave you the sigil?
Oh, someone in the Tamoran temple. It's very kind.
They just gave you that for free?
No, I mean, we talked a little bit, and then, I mean, like, it was brought up about coming back, so...
Wait,
That's cool.
Where's your buddy? What was all that shit about? Like, oh, at least two, and you're here by yourself. Where's everybody?
I don't... That's a great question, I don't know.
Who's you, buddy?
Stay. Well,
She is
as
over.
I mean, maybe
as
they
you're saying
figured-
that,
Oh.
we flash over to the other group, walking through. Y'all reach an intersection, where think Vio's passive perception could probably spot out a Temple of Mistra down one road in case his hubby is interested. But Cloud's passive perception down another road sees a dark gate kind of blocking off an area of the temple district.
We're definitely gonna go towards that.
It's very,
Something
definitely very
definitely
ominous. Definitely lends itself.
Gonna check to see what that's about.
Andres, are you following, or did you want to go to that other spot?
I don't. Sorry. What was the other spot?
The Mr. Temple.
Well, clearly.
So y'all walk split at that kind of intersection.
Again, splitting up. Our beautiful and stupid friends.
The Andraste Vio head to the Temple of Mistra. You can see her symbol up above the doors, and probably primarily astral elves in this one. The main kind of chamber is actually a smaller kind of room with the temple at the end. Not the temple, the altar. A statue of a kind of humanoid-looking woman, probably similar to what they had in the temple in Baldur's Gate. Not showing the kind of magical essence version that you had seen her in. And many side doors kind of heading off to other rooms. Some of them are open archways that show libraries within. Some are just closed to the side.
I'll walk inside and see what's there.
She stands very tall above you. See little offerings left behind, different gemstones and incense. You spot a couple of different spell components.
These are technically mine, right?
Oh my god, I knew this was coming! This chaotic motherfucker! These are mine, right? And Justin just starts taking them, and other people around are like, hey, hey! These are technically mine.
How... I'm trying to decide how sure I feel about leaving something and knowing that it wouldn't be taken. You know, that was a gift. I don't want to leave that. Okay. Yeah, I'll just close my eyes and just think, like, what in the fuck is going on, man?
You feel a kind of little magical ripple.
Me too, girl.
Me too, girl.
What are you, farting magic? Like, what?
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
The strands of the weave
I'm blind!
extend out all around you. They have a kind of slightly different, almost like pattern than what you remember in the material plane, where it was very like a lot of straight lines all connecting and making up this large like web. Whereas these, they start to like curve more and they're more free flowing, creating a lot more spirally patterns. But around the statue of Mistra, you see a kind of almost like blue flame that kind of erupts around it as you activate the detect magic and can now see it.
Hey. Okay, so that's that.
Fucking weirdo.
Talking to the weave itself, like, hello.
Can I touch the flame?
You can kind of like extend your hand out, and the flames, they're not, super hot or anything as a normal flame. You can kind of feel a kind of energy tickling feeling on your hand, and you can feel the like strong magic energy moving over it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my tentacle rod.
um,
No?
I'm scared.
I'm gonna leave it on the altar.
Didn't we give that tag?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I did. I saved the item in my thingy because I wasn't sure I was gonna put it.
I give her this rod that I don't have. It's just an IOU picture.
Well, I was okay. So I was thinking about leaving the wand of the war mage that I have, but Cloud gave me that. But that also would depend if I don't know if you saw my question, Hunter, about the or if you
I
answered.
did. I responded. I'm okay with it being one.
Okay. Alright, are you okay if I leave this wand?
I gave
He's
it to
not there
you.
with you.
Well,
Well, I
I'm
know,
also
but
not
like,
there, so.
Yeah, he can't answer you, so you wouldn't know.
oh, okay. I'm gonna leave this wand of the war mage.
Okay. When you set it down, you see the like weave that connects with the magic in the item, kind of mingles with the weave that's stemming out from the altar, and the flames glow slightly brighter.
you have not donated enough to get a blessing from this statue.
Fucker.
Sweetheart, I need all your gold. I'm just kidding. Alright, I'll grab his hand. And I'll lead him out. Where did we leave Cloud?
He's like a lost child.
Over to Cloud.
Oh my god.
While that was happening, you headed over to that gate and saw this plaque on the side that says the temples to those dead, exiled, forgotten, etc.
Alright, we're going in.
There you go. One second. The gate does open. It's not locked or anything. And you head into, as forgotten as the gods are, many temples that looks like they've been basically forgotten or left behind. You can make a religion check as you're looking around. See what you. There you go. Some of them also, there's almost looks like there's some danger around them, some corruption almost spreading from them. You see one that looks like it has a lot of like corruption and rot and decay kind of growing out from it. And on that one, you see a symbol of maybe a symbol. All right. Oh, okay. It's like a outstretched hand with a fanged mouth in the center of it, which you recognize to be a symbol of a Moander, god of rot, corruption, and decay. That did have to do with his kind of biggest thing in history was the splitting of Taiki or Tish into Tamora and Bashaba.
Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! Fuck that guy!
You see another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one with kind of creatures crawling around it, and the like vines and overgrowth around. You see literally just like rats and snakes and spiders kind of moving all around. And the symbol is
Cloud stuff is just always so chill.
it's like a ring of ants. You recognize it to be the symbol of Sagawen, she's the goddess of vermin.
I love that.
Funnily enough, she created supposedly by legend, she created the Thrykeen, which y'all almost had an issue with in the bar earlier with the like mantis-like people.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
See another one, almost like it's in its own personal season of winter is kind of like frozen over. I believe this symbol is like a almost like a snowflake, which you can recognize to be Kala, which was a goddess of winter. Was a goddess of winter before kind of being there's kind of like a bit of a war, little very minor war that happened between some like natural kind of gods, some primordials like the old elementals, that led to her kind of getting banished out and losing her worship. Down on one side though, finally, probably looking for. You do see a skull with amethyst, I believe, in the eyes. The symbol of Merkel. Or maybe his was the black and yours the amethyst, I don't know.
Which one was which, to be honest.
Yeah, whatever. You see the symbol of Merkel's temple left. Not as covered in danger as some of the other ones on the street, but still like kind of broken down, dead trees around it.
When I see the like Temple of Merkel, I'm gonna, if it's like just like unkempt and stuff looking, I'm gonna kind of like, I'm gonna start like cleaning it up and tending to it, I guess. Making it
Okay.
nicer.
Aww.
Nice. You start to do that. As you eventually head in to start working on the inside, you find a skeleton sweeping
Well,
close to the altar.
I love it! Yes!
Hello?
Oh, hello. Welcome.
And a dog.
I love him.
What is your name?
I just call myself Bones.
Oh, Bones!
Jonathan.
Hello, Bones. I'm Cloud.
Ah, champion of Merkel.
Ah!
Welcome, welcome. And he sits down, leans the broom up against something, and kind of does a bow. His bones all rattle.
How long has it been since anybody has visited here?
Oh,
I broke it.
at least over a couple months, I think.
Oh, a couple months. Seems like, I mean, I didn't think it was going to be too busy here, but, you know, that's how it goes. You just stay here and, keep this place left and inside and whatnot.
Yeah, I try. There's not a lot you can do, what with just
Yeah.
bones.
How did you, who, did you get animated by somebody? Is that how you're able to?
That's a good question. I don't know. I did just wake up here, so.
Can I maybe use my divinity to sense how he might be or something?
Sure. Let me go check. You can kind of see almost like the residual soul of Bones before he was Bones, kind of in the rib cage, almost like seeing it as you get almost like a detecting kind of sense. For a second, you even get a flash of like his kind of image before death. This just kind of humanoid-looking man, or human-looking man, I should say. And the kind of the residual reanimating energy that you almost feel connected to the altar at the end of the temple.
Bones, I'm glad to see somebody here. I just came to pay my respects.
No one.
Not often that you stumble across the Temple of Miracles, so I had to stop in.
Oh yes, well, feel free. I'll just continue my work. Do let me know if you need anything. Picks back up the broom and very slowly continues to sweep. It's just like the entire floor all around the place is just dust and like broken pews. He's just sweeping this one spot. Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, I thought he was just sweeping and he's just putting it into another spot. And he's like, oh, I gotta go clean that. But then he moves it to another spot.
You do see some offerings left behind, some skulls, old gold that's been like clearly tarnished from how long it's been here.
Yeah, I'll leave bones and maybe 100 gold on the altar and just do a prayer to Merkel.
Yeah, well, I mean, you always got kind of like a ever-present death energy, and definitely such a strong connection to Merkel, and you've done so much, and you have such a close connection as one of his few. probably hardest working followers. But there's definitely like a small bit of surge, a bit of chills that runs through you that lets you know, like, oh yeah, he's aware.
I see you.
I'll probably maybe I'll help just tidy up a little bit more inside before I head off.
Okay.
Flashback to us arguing with Andraste. Be like, why the fuck did you leave Cloud?
I know,
Back to the other group,
yeah.
finding Andraste and Vio sitting on a bench close to that intersection as he's fiddling with the mirror.
Yeah, so Kara just goes, yo! The fuck you left me?
Hey.
Where's Cloud?
Well,
You don't know, do you?
What
I
happened
mean,
to the police system?
How do you lose a 7-foot tall cat man?
I wasn't there. I looked to the left. I thought he was behind me.
I think he went down that other path towards that creepy looking gate over there.
Oh, that probably would have been the first place to look. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'll just let him kind of
Close one.
do
Yeah.
his thing.
Mechanics there.
Where'd you go, Andraste?
A little temple of Mistra.
Oh.
For a little offering.
Oh, sweet.
Yes. Also,
Oh.
I've been.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I did message a certain wizard that we know in regards to accelerating a spell I recently cast.
Who? Who?
Which wizard?
A friendly wizard we know.
Okay. Was that clarification? I just need clarification. Oh, Andraste, here. I have a really easy way of us getting back to this place now. I have a sigil of the teleportation circle and the Tamoran temple.
Oh, can I glance at it?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you can put it away. Thank you.
Yeah.
Stop whipping it out and put it away.
Just throws it on the floor. Takes a look at it for 1 second.
Dad.
Litters.
Oh, litters.
Well, probably. Cloud probably eventually comes out shortly after
Yeah.
some small talk.
So then, same thing as I did with Andraste. I just go, Cloud, you fucking left me. And then you go walk into creepy dark corners by yourself. It's very normal. It's on par, but
Drawn to it.
I imagine first he
Fine.
like comes out and you see him in the shadow of like behind the gate, and there's just this like giant tall shadow coming out of the darkness, and then he opens up the gate and slowly his view comes into detail. And it's like, oh, okay,
I start like, I know, like you see Kara whip out the moonblade, and then she's like, oh, never mind. Okay, hold on, I'll put it.
Stop whipping that out. You're not good with that.
Fucking, I'm gonna punch your ass. Next time I hear you making fun of me. Did you find anything interesting in there at least?
Actually, yes, I did. There was a temple of Merkel in there.
Was there really?
Yes, and there was a skeleton sleeping in there.
Oh.
Boom.
Boom.
That's cool.
They sleep?
Sweet.
Oh, sweeping.
Did he sleep? I mean, technically they don't sleep forever in Andraste. I think you should know that.
The dead do,
That
but
is
not
the eternal slumber.
Can
So would undeath be the eternal awake?
Maybe.
That sounds awful. Let me go back to bed.
is there anyone like glancing around? Is anyone just watching us or near us at the moment? Just people traveling by?
Make a perception check.
Okay. My computer did a frozen thing, so I'm slowly opening it up.
God, Kara, every 2 seconds you're like, is somebody watching us? Like,
Well,
we're on
because
the
I was gonna
fucking
say something, but I'm not gonna openly say it if like somebody's like breathing down my neck.
Can you speak covertly?
Usually not. 23.
Wow.
Y'all are like further back in the temple district, of course, like able close enough to that kind of decrepit sector of it. So there's not many people back here. You see a couple walk past, wearing dark robes,
You guys weren't
many
there.
raven feather cloaks.
Ooh,
Um,
fancy.
Another kind of group, kind of also walking past, very shining armor, kind of, paladin-y kind of types, but they're walking on.
Maybe just for my own security. Remind me to bring it up the next time that we go to rest. Just be like, Car, you were gonna say something about the temple. So then
Which
it'll remind
temple?
me. Temples plural.
Okay.
Why
But-
don't you want to talk about it now?
I just give Asta like a knowing look. Just a blank knowing look. Like one of those like, really, dude, why would I not want to talk about it right now?
There's like nobody around us. As I look at the busy sprawling streets.
I just look towards the others and I go, so can we also see if there's some type of like
Why would you have to
Ho-
this guy?
You were there when we met this guy. But can we see if we could try finding some type of temple or homage to that god of divination guy? I'd be curious to see that.
Funnily enough, as you turn
Oh,
away
look
from
at
from
Oh,
Asta and go to look to the other group, you see a temple, a small one, behind, with a large, it's like a symbol, but it's like almost like a 3D crystal ball above the door. You can see some kind of eyes floating in, which you do remember to be the symbol of Savras. So, looks like
I literally can imagine like turning, going to be like, can we try and find this and then she sighs and it's just like, God, sometimes I really hate myself.
Wow, how
You're
lucky!
How lucky! I'm gonna hear that one until I die. Alright, come on.
What are we going there for?
I mean, I was curious to see if there was any way of reaching out to him. I don't know if he would respond, if he would give a shit to, but I mean, best place to go is some place that people pay homage to him, so
An homage.
Right.
excuse me.
I got nothing to do. Let's get
Can't
to it.
hurt, I don't think.
unless we're gonna randomly start breaking off into smaller groups again suddenly, and all right, let's go then.
This is very close to the Temple of Mistra, neighboring it, as it's Temple of Matter, Temple of Divination. But y'all head in. Like I said, it's a very small
You're
temple.
not going inside of the temple.
Okay. Nell stays out. Anybody else staying out?
What temple is this?
I'll
God
stay
of
out with Nell for the buddy system.
That was like, somebody stay with him. Yeah, God of divination, Severus.
Oh yeah, I'll go inside.
Watching Nell's is like not going. I'll be like, I'll wait out here
Yeah.
with Nell.
Thank you, Asa.
So you said very small. Probably even as four of y'all heading in, the entryway's a little snug. There's another kind of large crystal ball to represent his altar, but inside of this one, there's like kind of the eyes are almost like on the outer layer of the ball, and on the inside of it, you see a small statue, almost like a snow globe, of this very older looking man wearing furs and leathers, holding a crystal ball and a staff, which you can determine to be Savras. There's a lot of small alcoves to the side that hold their own small crystal balls, or some of them have small mirrors to use, some of them have small bowls of water, just depending on what the follower wants to use to perform their divinations.
Oh.
You see some doors kind of on either side of the altar leading to the rooms behind. One of them just kind of has a haze of incense flowing out. People taking part in meditations. Yeah.
So,
What now?
well, I was actually going to ask you, Cloud. I mean, usually when you try and commune with Merkel, do you just have to focus on him, or?
I mean, when I was at the Temple of Merkel, I just prayed to him, and I didn't really, like, hear him or anything, but I felt him. And, I think I definitely felt like I got a blessing from him. I didn't hear anything, but
It's just I don't know how much different this is since we haven't really reached out to this god before.
well, I mean, I do have the commune spell that I've used a time or two, but then that is still, you can only ask yes or no question.
Well, I thought it was only
And
to
I think it has to
Merc-
be my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I may have an idea. I mean, if you guys are really willing to try it, we can try and reach out to this guy. I mean, I would think that Andraste would have the closest connections to this guy, being magic.
Yeah.
So hold on, I have an idea. So then I kind of like lead the others over to like that meditation spot with the incense. And then I'm like
Heading back
uh-oh.
through that door, you see this like another room with like there's kind of a large central area with a couple of people sitting down and meditating, but there's also a bunch of sectioned off like curtained things, small private alcoves that can be used. Also on one side there is a large there's a large almost like spa, and next to that what you believe to be a small like sauna room, and people meditating in there as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, I would want to try and find more of like those private enclaves just to kind of like have a space with the three of us.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want interruption.
It's very smoky in here.
Okay. Okay. Sit down. I have a thought. We're gonna try focusing on him. Kind of guide everyone to sit. I'm gonna like scurry through my bag and then be like, wait, is it in this bag? Like, at this point, like I have 2 bags of holding in my actual bag until I finally find this magical crystal ball that we got a while back. And I'm gonna like reach out for Andraste's hands and put it into like his palm so he holds it. And then with a minor illusion, make that crystal look like it has eyes on it, so it replicates Severus's symbol. Well, I mean, I think at this point, maybe we could just focus and meditate and focus on the surrounding that we're in, the magic that is maybe lowerly present here, and just kind of all keep our hands on the sphere and see if it works. Maybe something. I don't know.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
My sphere!
Not my sphere!
The god of divination sphere!
I hate you! So yeah, I kind of like sit near Andraste and also put my hand on like the ball and just close my eyes and focus.
Kind of putting your hands on Andraste's ball.
On Andraste's balls, but I said it one ball.
You all focus, attempt to meditate on the crystal ball, breathing in these heavy incense, and kind of getting into this meditative state, which is very easy in this place. It's made to do that. As you sit and continue breathing in and thinking and waiting, goes on for a pretty good amount, what feels like a good amount of time. Almost start to feel yourselves getting tired and just starting to lose focus a little bit. Not starting to, but like having to remind yourself and stay locked in. And I want everybody to roll a Constitution save and a Wisdom save.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna take the highest of everybody's.
Is this considered AoE?
No.
So con save, wisdom save.
No.
Did I ever use meditation? No, just making sure.
Is this magical?
No.
I'm gonna use my meditation on the con save because maybe I'll actually who's got what? Who's got the con?
I got a 28 and 25.
Oh, then I'm not gonna re-roll the. Yeah.
I got a 23 and 13.
Okay, so my con was a 17, my wisdom was a 32.
I think the highest wisdom was 32 and the highest con was 28.
Yep.
You
Well,
all
I can
continue.
do Nothing.
Nothing.
You all continue to stay focused, not falling out of the meditation, fighting off the distractions, and you start to feel almost like bridge connection starts to connect between you all in a way. Like, not exactly what's happening, but it feels like that's what's
We're
happening.
one.
You all find yourself in a very kind of open void-like space. Just kind of floating. You see a small silver altar with a nice golden key sitting on top. You see two doors. One has a signage above that depicts gold coins and gems and powerful artifacts and powerful knowledge. And the other door signage depicts similar things, but a lot of humanoid-looking figures holding the stuff.
More like a
Many dressed in like peasants kind of rags and like
Oh, I get it.
simple clothing.
So it's like keep the gold to yourself or give it to the low lives type of thing. I mean, from just thinking about back to what I've read about, I think I remember the answer myself, but like thinking back to Savras and what I've read about him, can I remember like what was depicted of what he would have done?
Make a religion check with advantage.
So 18.
You remember
it's actually
reading...
a 19 because I have an intelligence of +1 right now.
Was it heart?
Yes. The heart. Thank you, buddy.
Got him with the heart.
Yes.
Remember reading back to that information about Savras and the small bit about his like dogma and his teachings, and kind of best thing that you can kind of remember from his like personal kind of teachings was like any knowledge or information that Savras gives as a god of divination is it's not wrong to use it to help yourself and the church, but caution should be used in kind of making sure, checking all routes and making sure that it's being used in the best way, essentially. Like there's no hidden agendas or you're not furthering the wrong goals.
So there's no secret other door. It's just these two.
You feel an itch on your forehead as you think that.
Oh. No hesitation. I just grabbed the key. I shoved it in my head. Twist.
There you Carl. Like, bonk.
Yeah, good.
You'll see Kara take the key, just smack it like she's playing flapjack, and just take it, smack it into her head.
Like,
Okay.
You feel a thud, but it doesn't hurt. You know, you're in this floating void mental space, so it's not like you're actually hurting yourself. But as y'all see her put this up to her forehead, y'all notice what looks like a third eye that is closed on her forehead.
Yeah, after I did that with the key, I was like, okay, I thought that would work. That didn't work. Okay. What?
Open this. As an point to the middle of my forehead.
What do you mean,
You
open
look
what?
up and notice that they also have these closed third eyes on their forehead. Well, I guess Cloud is... Well, no, in this space, Cloud is like, the mask is off. He's just himself, kind of. Y'all are kind of stripped back, so you can see it.
Can you open it? Pointing at Andraste.
Sure.
I guess, try and think about my third eye to open it.
As y'all are focusing and thinking about this, you have a memory of another one of his teachings. That mortals who employ only their two common eyes are essentially blind. And Savras provides a third blessed eye that can access for further information, which of course goes into further like not helping others. But there is now a third door behind y'all.
I fucking knew it. Now I'm like, alright, fine. I thought I cracked the code the first time with the... I take the key and go to the third door. What is the imagery on the door now, compared to the other two?
It is a mirror.
Oh. Okay. I mean, there's a keyhole, though, to twist...
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then I'll do it to that one.
It opens to another kind of void-like space, you know, float through. And previously it was kind of like a dark, kind of like black void you were floating in, but here it's closer to the astral sea kind of void. And you see a very, very large temple-like structure. In the center, there's a large tower that sticks up with a large crystal ball on top, almost like a lighthouse. And you see the old man depicted in the little crystal ball in the temple, Savras, standing at the edge of that little island and almost like beckoning.
Every time this god shit comes up, this is wild to me. Every time. Every time. But okay, here we go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You they'll start to float towards him. And you can all feel a breeze kind of start to pick up and almost blowing away and kind of pushing you. So like you're moving really slowly and having trouble like getting over to him. And then suddenly it rips out, and similar to the chaos storm that y'all dealt with coming into the astral plane, it kind of rips out between y'all. And when it fades, you see a large, almost like floating head with decaying rot just like growing out of it in different spots, like giant funguses. From the bottom, there's like 20 giant tentacles just floating around and like kind of feeling around. Towards the bottom, kind of where the tentacles meet the head, you see a large, almost like shell-shaped ship with some tentacles also coming out from it, separate from the head, much smaller. Kind of looks broken down next to this large opening in the side of the head. You can see these like pulses of purple and blue energy coming out from the head. A couple seconds later, you see another opening towards the top of the head, and some. 1 second. You see a huge, almost like purpley looking dragon with some tentacles kind of coming out around its face. It begins to fly out of that opening. Behind it, you see some smaller in size red dragons with some kind of mounts riding them, and kind of flying and looping around the large head.
What kind of acid trip am I on right now?
What's happening?
You start to feel another breeze
Oh god.
that interrupts before you can act, and another chaos storm rips out. And when this one fades, you see the Rock of Brawl that y'all are at, from kind of like a bird's eye view. And kind of moving in to the rock, but getting closer to the ship that is owned by the Githyanki that y'all came in on. And then you blink, and you're suddenly back in that little alcove.
What in the fuck was something?
The
Oh,
god of divination, I think he's telling us that we're
I-
trying to.
I think there's a problem. Yeah.
Help the Githyanki.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, we already had a conversation with him, right? That there were all different kinds of weird creatures that are in the Mind Flayer family. Do you think that dragon was a part of that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think he
I
was
didn't even think about that.
warning us. Well, then I take the crystal ball back and like put it back in my bag, and I'll be like, any other personal endeavors I think have to wait. I'm pretty sure that he is giving us a sign that we need to go.
Yeah, I'm right with you.
Yeah, so at that point, like, Kara just kind of like brushes herself off and like starts going out, but kind of like takes a moment to like silently thank him as we are like getting ready to go.
Nice.
I'm just leaned up outside right before the threshold like a fucking vampire.
I'm sitting on the floor playing with my kitties.
Alright.
Yeah, at this point, the three of them come out, and Kara's like, time to go. We're going. Let's go back to the Githyanki.
Did you talk to him?
Not exactly. He may have sort of warned
He
us.
gave us visions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's time to help that kid.
We gotta help that Githyanki.
But
I think he's in trouble.
Were I able to see the what was sitting on the red dragons?
Make a perception check. Also, Cloud, make a religion check. So Kara, they looked humanoid in size and shape, like medium size, like any of y'all. Purpley, kind of almost like slimy, slick skin, maybe some tentacles around the face.
Oh no.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I was like, oh, I was thinking back to Baldur's Gate, but I was like, Kara doesn't know that. Let's see if I would know that. And then here I am, like, oh, nope, it's something completely different. Nice. All right.
Cloud, for the religion check, the large floating head is like really sticking out to you. Like it feels like something that you've seen before, but you can't like put a finger on it.
Oh, damn it.
I mean, you do know the think you said that this like little colony that was doing this was residing inside of a dead god floating in the astral sea. So that's those are your two clues.
So it's like, I think I recognize the god, but I can't
Yeah,
pinpoint.
just not quite high enough.
Damn it.
it's gonna take forever to walk back all the way down to the docks.
Is it the divination god?
No, you think you saw the divination god on in the first like kind of vision that you were getting, that like man that was beckoning you. This one was like a giant, decaying running head, floating, large enough for these creatures to be flying out of it. Also, Andraste can do an Arcana check for his part in the vision. That large, kind of broken down shell-shaped ship, you believe to be the kind of lost ships of the Mind Flayers. There's not many left behind. So this is one of the few that appears to be broken down here. They would be called nautiloids.
we,
Brand new word I've never heard before.
I'm sorry, I'm playing in my head like we see all these visions and come back to the temple, and then the Baldur's Gate music starts playing.
Time.
Opens up.
Shot for Baldur's Gate one shot.
Baldur's Gate.
Our
But
sons-
worse.
If I
Let's get
don't, but
rolled.
worse, yeah. I mean, there's fucking mind flayers riding dragons with a big purpley tentacle dragon flying.
Like,
Dragons
regardless.
beyond dragons. If I don't see Lae'zel and then suddenly get killed by a dragon, I'm gonna be very disappointed. Alright,
So
let's...
you put it on the ship on the way to the rock. Which probably took... How long does telepathy last?
Please hold.
I always get it if it's 8 hours or 24 hours.
I know I know my god one for sure, but I don't know about the time is different. Oh, 24 hours.
Okay, yeah, so you'll probably still have it.
Okay, I was just wondering, so nobody had to do an awkward, like, roleplay to explain to us what the fuck would happen.
Yeah, you just saw everything that we saw.
Ooh,
Ha! Yay!
gross. And we want to fight that?
We don't have a choice.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that
Y'all
it's...
have a choice, bitch.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that if we don't do
you
something,
go.
I'm pretty sure if we don't do something about it, the astral plane is in trouble. And I mean, I'd like to think that so far I'm kind of enjoying this plane, so I want to help it.
You weren't
So
the one
again,
stunned for like a good amount of time.
Also, again, we are gonna need every ally that we can get, and this is one of them that we're.
Excuse me.
We have to do this.
For a second, I thought you were saying we need like to gather up our allies again. I was like, we just did that.
No, like,
But no, I see what you mean. Like
is-
he's
yeah.
yeah.
He needs us, yeah.
Yeah, he needs us. we need him.
Alright.
Well, no hard feelings if I get mind controlled and beat you up, or try to.
Note taken.
I am not very smart. They tell me they have lollipops, I will believe them.
Alright, come on, let's go.
We'll begin, y'all's. Or have already started y'all's trek back towards the ship. So it's just the long walk back through the mid-city, back to the lower city, to the docks, to the ship.
Okay, well. I guess, I'm gonna go work on my shit. I'm gonna start trying to put together my, flask with gunpowder and nails. Let's see how that goes.
Oh, Kara, temple shit.
I'd like to rate when we're resting. Thank you, though, for the reminder.
I thought you meant like when we're like in a secluded place.
It's getting worse. We're currently walking through the mid-city where I am being pushed by people walking by. It's not very
Oh, I
secluded.
thought we were
Back of the
like,
ship.
on the ship.
Oh, we're back at the ship.
Yeah, I skipped y'all. I skipped y'all ahead.
Oh, okay, so we're back at the
good.
ship. So if we're like
If you
at the
wanna do that
yeah. If since we're at the ship, I mean,
Say ship again.
Ship. So we, you went into the Temple of Merkel and you went into Mistra and I was in Tamora. Did you guys feel like weird about that? Like, not like weird in the sense that they were watching us, because obviously they were, but weird in the sense like thinking, I guess, if down the line this is what's to happen and there won't be temples of Tamora or Mistra or Merkel in the future. And that kind of weirded me out.
I think there will always be temples of the other gods. There just will be newer temples for us. It's not like we are replacing them, but they're still gonna.
Well, I guess, but I mean, from the sounds of it, when I was talking to Tamora, it's like, my hopes is that she can still just roam as what she wants to be, and not just disappear out of existence, but she would have no power over luck anymore.
People still believe in dead gods, so I imagine their temples will still be here. They just don't know that their powers are.
Sometimes they know, but they'll just keep worshipping.
Yeah.
In some
Okay.
cases they don't, but I feel like when it eventually comes to that, I just feel like it'll be like a case where everyone kind of knows, because it'll be part of the process of y'all having to, like, save the material plane.
So, Kara, do you think your temple will be like Tamora's, where it's like about gambling, or will yours have a different theme?
I mean, as much as the gambling and the games are nice, I mean, that's not really, that's a part of luck, right? But it wouldn't be what I would want my thing to be
She
about.
likes
I mean,
gambling.
that word karma really still stuck to my mind, so it's kind of been thinking about that.
So, what would it be though, if not gambling?
Still trying to figure it out, but I'd rather it be a place where anybody can reach out and maybe they just need a sprinkle of good or bad fortune, depending on the situation. But
Who's gonna come in and ask for bad fortune?
I mean, there are people.
I
What
wish
if you
this
could talk
fortune on me,
Tamora
anyways.
into being the goddess of gambling?
I don't know that would work. I mean, I think that would be like I don't even know how that works. It's confusing.
It's just
Be
a
like an
thought.
AO
Like a
conversation.
sub, yeah.
Yeah, she does enjoy gambling, so I figured that is definitely something that is like a subsidy of luck.
Yeah, she did say that she would wish to stay over in her space in the gates of the moon so she could just play games and stuff, so...
Which one was AO again?
I... He's the god of all gods.
Oh.
He's the big kahuna.
Oh wait, was Austin here when we met him?
Yes.
Which one?
Yeah.
Again.
Ayo.
AO.
I don't know.
I don't. When did you guys meet
We
him?
were in Sungrove because Andraste randomly was like, we're talking to him now! And we were like, now? And he was like, now!
No. I don't
What's
know.
Sungrove?
I feel like Asta wasn't here when we.
Yeah, I don't think he was actually.
Oh, well then you didn't meet
So Asta, yeah, we talked to Ao, the
God of all gods.
Oh. They're the god of all gods.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like-
my student just sent me that packet. I got an email.
Oh.
Do I accept it? I don't...
When was it supposed to be due?
How many days ago I told him to get it in? He didn't do it. Then, what was it? 2 days ago? Or when I talked to him, he was like freaking out about his mom getting upset. I said, if you send it to me today, like, we'll be okay. But that was yesterday. So I told him to submit it Friday. And now we're here on Saturday.
I don't think you should. You told them an exact date.
Is there a way you could submit it but have it like still be like as low as passing as it can possibly be?
I can't have it as low as
Half
passing.
credit.
Like, I could give half credit and he still would be
Well, you
considered
still
pass.
get a little bit of extra credit, but not the full credit you were gonna give. So he's still gonna have to work harder in the future to pick it up.
Okay, yeah, that's what I could do. I'll tell him I'll give him at least, I was going to give him 2 extra points to his grade for the completion. I won't do that. I'll say at least 1 point, but it will put you just at the pass. But you're going to have to work. Okay, that's what we'll do.
That
Back
is going
to-
to communicate as well. My teacher is really on my side. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. But still, he needs to like. It's
He
not
needs
like
to
he's
work.
gonna get things handed. Yeah.
yeah, okay. I'm sorry I interrupted D&D
Gonna
with
light
that.
a
It just
fire
had to
on that.
That's
think
okay, we
about that real
clicked it.
quick. Yeah.
What were we?
Talking
we're
about
telling Austin that
AO.
we talked
Oh,
to
we were
Ao.
talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
Ayo.
and
And
her. I'm just kidding.
What did you guys talk about with AO?
I mean, it was a lot of different stuff about what's to come when, if that comes for Ascension, and, you know, if there's a way to take away the power, because obviously Nell doesn't want it. So he's okay with doing that for him whenever he feels it's ready. And, you know, kind of we'll end up
So
having
if
to
we
have
don't want
discussions.
the power, we have to talk to Ao.
Yeah, because he would be the one who could take it away.
How do we talk to Ao?
You are curious to talk to him?
Well, not right now, but I'm not keeping it to baby.
Well, yeah, you've told me that.
He had said when the time comes that,
Right.
there'd be a big group discussion, and each person would be individually, you know, up to their own.
Oh, okay.
Have you discussed with Chestnut staying with her in future? Have you had that deep enough connection with her?
You've been kind of busy.
Well, okay, busy in the sense of like y'all have just been fuck buddies, or like
No,
busy
I meant,
as in like how I
as a
talk to
group have been
Wuji.
busy. I haven't been
Okay.
really like. Haven't had a lot of time with Chestnut recently.
Oh, that time of busy. Okay.
I'm like-
Well, I mean, do it.
Not
Actually,
like
that's a
fucking
lie.
busy.
That's a lie. You were away for a while.
Yeah, but then I
Andraste
haven't
died
really,
while you were gone. Okay.
I
Yeah.
haven't really
Hey.
thought about losing my divinity until re-traveling with you guys again. And then I haven't had really a chance to talk with her about it yet because we've been kind of busy.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
Well,
I mean, I guess that's a good point to make too. I mean, when you're not adventuring and traveling, you don't really need it then, right? So, I mean, if you're happy, also, then I'm happy. And I've always thought that. Same thing with Nell. Like, I just want what's best for you guys. So, yeah, we can totally at some point, you know, whenever you're ready or whenever Orsa's beat to the fucking ground and, like, go for it.
Well, I imagine it's going to be after we beat up Ursa and touch her titties.
Oh, Asta, don't change.
Is the ship guy here?
Yes, well, I was waiting for you to finish. Don't want to be
Sorry.
rude.
Well, thank you for waiting, and sorry for not saying
Standing in the
hi.
doorway.
Yeah.
Just been quietly standing there the whole time.
Creepy. Well, I mean, so I think we need to go as soon as possible. We may have seen there may be a giant purple dragon with tentacles as well as purple slimy people sitting on top of red dragons in that colony.
I'd known about the red dragons, but it seems they've seramorphed. Or attempted to. One of them. But it's good you'll have seen it as well, I suppose. It's,
So, how are we gonna do this?
well, based on estimates, it should be at least longer than a day or two. I don't imagine they would get that close, and if they did, the city would be on high alert, but at least longer than that, but it's kind of open to exactly how long it will be. If we're lucky, then it shouldn't be too long.
Okay.
I
mean, I'm just concerned of
but-
all the dragons that are now
Yes.
involved.
Well, that will kind of be our portion of splitting up our forces. I will be on the outside. We'll probably take an attack on the outside from the dragons as we're trying to go up, which, you know, if you're able to, help would be appreciated. But then the goal would be to get close enough for y'all to get in while I continue to distract them outside. Get in if we're able to, if we, you know, defeat all of their outer forces.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna have to hype myself up for this, and we can have discussions as to maybe even more arrangements as to what we could do to try and do this as best as possible.
Yes, we picked up a lot of medical supplies for everyone,
Awesome.
ammunitions. We did have some kind of mental protection helmets. We'd gotten them for the crew. If anybody wanted one, you're welcome. But they do require attuning to them, so I'm not sure if any of y'all would like that.
Yeah, I can't really take my crown off. That's gonna be a problem for me.
With this bow, I can't really tune to anything else.
What does this thing do again?
It protects against kind of. 1 second, let me double check. Protects against mental
I have a
attack.
slot open.
I was like, because somebody should have this, but
I don't know if Andraste needs it, because you would probably most of it. I think it's against magic, so you already have the advantage against magic.
So it would give you advantage against mind-like attacks.
I think I would like to take one.
Here it is.
Sophie, you don't have to worry about that.
Why not?
Alright, we already talked about it last session.
The spell, the Godstone spell.
I forgot about that.
That when attuned, it grants the wearer advantage on wisdom saving throws against magic. So,
Give me that shit.
you already have advantage on saving throws against magic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Give me that. Oh,
well,
already
I've completely eliminated an attunement slot thanks to this buddy back here patting the moon sword.
Yeah.
My toy.
My dude! Not a dagger, a sword! My
I can't remember if I'm still attuned to the amulet. But...
We've given up at this point wearing those amulets.
Yeah.
You could take that
Oh.
shit off.
I'll take I'll take one of those helmets.
So helmet, scythe, and
The gloves, the gauntlets.
oh yeah, yeah.
Gotta have those gauntlets.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you'll get one at some point before they get there, but he'll kind of leave y'all to continue whatever conversations or rests y'all want to take as
What
the
was
ship starts
that?
to make their way since y'all are all ready.
I'll walk over to the car and start pulling out my gunpowder, and nails, and bottles.
So you can roll a. I'm gonna say wisdom check.
Ooh. Can I be assisting him in this?
Wisdom and intelligence.
I was like, oh, let me do it!
I'll read it intelligence. You can do intelligence. Okay.
And I'll also tap you with the guidance.
Ooh. Wow.
Ugh, I have to pee, but I don't want to get out.
That's a
The worst.
dirty 20.
Okay, so it's what you had in mind.
Probably.
You know, and this is only enough time for the first one right now. I'll think. Let me write up like stats on that. That'll look like.
You guys think I should bring Flora to help?
What?
The tiger, Flora.
Well, she should, I mean, she's gotta come on the ship. I mean, I still got this lizard thing that, yeah! But he's
You
just
wanna
gonna,
like help us with the mind flayers?
are you sure?
That's why I'm asking.
I mean, it's your tiger lily, you know, she's very pretty and she probably could maybe help, but,
She could also die.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like.
My little Taya is just he's gonna sit on the ship.
I also don't know how well they will move in astral space.
It's based off of the intelligence.
Well. Maybe they should stay on the ship.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, they're beasts. They're not the most intelligent. Well, you all start to feel the ship slowly lurch as it moves out of the docks and into the astral space.
Alright. Well, anybody know how to fight a octopus dragon?
Not a clue.
So, we have
You
no idea what the fuck we're doing.
I'll be right back.
could
I need to use the bathroom.
do an Arcana check.
Sure.
I got a 14.
Wait, I'm so sorry. I was fixing something. What are we doing?
An Arcana check.
Got a
See what we know
13.
about. If we know anything about
I'm
this
sorry, I was
dragon.
muted. I got a 23.
Um. You know them to be rare creatures, if it is as you expect based on your observation. Colloquially named a brain stealer dragon. Um, I'm looking for. The information on them is very limited because it's they're very rare. But they are believed to be kind of product of breeding necessarily, ceremorphosis with the dragon. Typically, it's very hard to control them, based on what you know, but hard to see exactly. They are very similar to dragons, but just kind of mixed with the abilities of a mind flare. Further to that, mind flares tell you they have magic resistance. They have some psionic spellcasting. And their main kind of ability to be feared is they can emit this blast of psychic energy that will do psychic damage and possibly stun creatures, and then if a creature is stunned, attempt to brain bite and eat the brain.
Oh.
Okay.
And then red dragons we kind of know.
We are all so fucking excited about this.
They are typically led, like their colonies are typically led by an elder brain, which is created by, like, a mind flare eats a lot of brains. Their brain gets all super stronger, and then they eventually basically sacrifice themselves, and they're all conglomerated and absorbed in creating this massive brain.
Oh, see, that I didn't know. That's wild.
So we just need to kill the big brain.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
Kill the big brain.
Where's that shit from the automaton, the gnome guy, the wine? Can I have a sip of that? I need a little buzz right quick.
Yeah, I guess you
Thank
bought
you.
it.
Yeah. Just a sip. I'm not gonna go crazy. I just popped the cork and I'm like, I just need just a little, just real quick. Thank you.
Well, I mean, depending on what kind of sip you take, it's only like a beer bottle size bottle.
It's
God.
pretty rough. I believe they said it tastes like gasoline. I mean, knowing it to be made by this little robot guy, there's a good chance he could have put some oil in there.
So I just poisoned myself to get a high off of something. I got it.
You gotta work. Well, I mean, it doesn't really work that much on you because you're a monk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already have
Also,
that. Yeah, it's the language thing. You're still.
alcohol in and of itself is poison, so.
I'm like, all right, just take this back. I don't feel shit. All right, well,
So, I mean, we gotta fight dragons, plural, possibly. These new squid things. And a dragon squid thing. And possibly a big giant brain. So.
sounds like a normal everyday life for us at this point. Like,
Oh, also, I finished one of these flash things. Here you go, Car. You go. Hold on to that. I would
oh,
assume you could throw better than I can.
oh, okay, yeah.
I was just thinking, like, maybe, like, when you're ready, just, like, mid-combat, scream out, razzle dazzle, and I'll know. So, I can
So,
shoot it
like,
midair.
you're gonna make this thing explode in the air. Got it.
Yeah. You throw it towards the target. I make it go boom.
Got it. And I'm gonna shout razzle dazzle.
Yeah. Just so I know it's coming.
Got it.
Razzle down.
Fraggle, fraggle.
Well, I mean, I'd rather you shout razzle dazzle and then the enemy be confused by that instead of like, no, I'm throwing the thing, and then they'll prepare for you throwing something at them.
I see. I see.
Well, it's gonna be a long bit of travel.
Yeah.
And no fun juice.
Oh, no fun.
No fun juice.
Anything special, or are we just resting?
Vote to skip.
I guess I will spend some time with my mystery box of potions and try to figure out what they all are.
Oh yeah. Also,
Oh.
I'm gonna cast Dimension Door. Not Dimension Door.
I was like, bye!
You just pop into the middle of the
I'm so
atmosphere,
sorry, Ronnie,
so
I know.
the ship's going away.
You know what I'm trying to cast, right?
Identify.
Dimension Plane or something.
Demiplane.
Thank you.
Well, I just realized I might try, falling into a trance for a moment to talk to Lothgeth. Maybe he's got some ideas about, my mind flayers and stuff.
Purr. Okay. So Don, are you you're going in your demiplane?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. John, you're do you have identify yourself, or are you just?
I do not, but I was hoping on this ship there'd be some sort of library with like some sort of books on potions, and maybe I can like encyclopedia this shit, like look at it, try to figure it out.
Didn't you just get a weird warlock cauldron that can make potions?
I can make one healing potion a day,
Oh.
and I have to attune to that.
Oh.
Make a perception check to look around the ship for some books.
I'm gonna smear some blood on my forehead first. AKA guidance. 14.
I mean, you feel pretty confident as you go through the floors of the ship. They do not have a library on the ship. And with the 14, you probably don't find any books lying around about potions.
Oh, maybe I'll just bother Andraste later. These people don't seem like they're very big readers.
You probably do find a little, like, small training room for some of the crew members to use while it's traveling through. Since there's only so much they can do on the ship while it's traveling. So you can continue your little
Yeah.
side
so-
training while you wait.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there anybody in there that seems like they know what they're doing with the sword? Maybe I'll ask them, like,
Oh yeah,
give me
they all have these like silver short swords that they're wielding pretty deftly.
You guys, mind giving lessons?
A couple of them kind of look at each other, and partner up, and walk off. So, like we're already. Yeah. Well, one kind of left behind is just this really buff Githyanki woman,
Oh,
just kind of polishing her sword against the wall. Like, come on.
oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, just walks over to one of the masks and holds her sword up, just immediately ready.
I love strong women.
Lisa.
Just don't kill me, please.
We'll see. Sword up.
Okay. Okay.
Start trading. She's pretty tough. She does not really hold back until you get a few cuts and bruises. These are just, they're not easy. Y'all aren't using like wooden swords or anything.
Nell's like literally actually fighting for his life. He's like, ah!
It's not Lazel,
Fucking
it's
death.
Bazel.
My
Leziel.
Leziel. Leziel.
Larlight.
Over in this demi-plane.
Just mark off like 3/4 of my hit points real quick.
Well, he's at 3/4 first, so half is better than that. She would stop when she saw you started getting rough, like discouraging.
You okay, buddy?
In this demi-plane, Andraste.
Hi, sorry.
What are you doing in your demi-plane?
Well, first and foremost, I'm telling them I'm going in there.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be tinkering with the mirror again.
Okay.
This time I think I'm going to look into it and see who is in there. So I don't know if I want them trapped in there.
Let's see. So you kind of ponder through, going through the numbers. So it appears to be in the third cell. Reminder. Use an action to speak the name of one creature or by its cell number. So eventually, cell number 3, the creature comes up when you're able to communicate normally. If able to, let's see, what's in it? Let's do.
It's a lich.
As this like kind of fog in the mirror kind of fades around, it eventually clears to show a like kind of slightly tinted green skull with kind of small glowing flames in its eyes, and where it has a couple of teeth still there, a couple missing. And most of its teeth have been replaced by what look like small gemstones in the shape of teeth. It floats, and kind of the fire grows slightly larger in its eyes as it takes you in. Let me out.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Wig.
I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but it's not really a situation where like you need to be asking the questions.
I asked you second.
I,
um, I am Delagarx.
Delagarx.
Yes, I'm sure you've heard of me.
Have I heard of him?
You can make an Arcana check.
Oh my computer. Anytime now.
And then also make a religion check.
And 18.
The name is not pulling up anything. I believe I'm
Did y'all see there's like a little item search in Roll20 now?
I don't know. The name is not coming up with anything, but looking at this creature, it looks like a what you believe to be a demi-lich.
I was joking! I was joking!
It's not a
Wow.
lich, it's a demi-lich.
Wow.
Slightly different.
Sorry, excuse me!
Literally just a skull.
Really?
So with 28, a demi-lich happens when the life force of an ancient lich of incredible power finally diminishes and its material body completely decays, usually taking like centuries. The undead being's soul lingers in the area and possesses the only viable remains, the skull. The gemstones that you see embedded in its teeth are the phylacteries that hold its soul. And each one is like a separate one. They all have to be destroyed for a demi-lich. Incredibly powerful undead.
Andrassi's sitting here like,
Okay, how do I got the activating word. Okay. Give me like a couple days, but yes, I'll see about freeing you.
Okay. Well, thank you. Now, what is your name?
Oh, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. And I walk out of the room.
He just growls as he disappears and he leaves. Kara, you.
let's not get ahead of ourselves and...
Andraste
guys just
said,
see-
I might be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
yeah.
I went
He's
in
like, I
like
know how
sweat
powerful
colored,
a
but I
name
came
is.
out whatever pale is for that race.
He's like, yeah, he's like, I know how powerful a name is in this fucking game.
He went in hunter's green, came out lime green.
Kara goes into her trance and with the little quarters that you all have been given. You find yourself in one of the many visions that you had gotten of that, what you can kind of figure out to be a road through the Underdark, essentially, with those banners hanging up. And Lofteth is standing there on the road, kind of meeting you in the middle. You can see the tower that you had spoken with him in, much further down the path behind him.
Hello. Has been a bit since we, are now binded. I mean, first and foremost, I mean, how do you feel about that?
I feel good.
Okay.
It will be up to time to see whether your devotion to the ideals comes to fruition or not.
Okay. I am, of course, I want to uphold that. I do, because I do believe in that. But first and foremost, it seems that these mind flares are going to endanger a lot of the astral plane and even the people that reside here within it. I didn't know if you had any ideas or knew anything of, these type of colonies. Maybe a way we could approach this.
Yes, I dealt with some mind flayers in my time in the Underdark. They are utterly arrogant, sadistic, and cruel. Like dragons, their arrogance can be used against them.
Okay.
And unless this entire colony has somehow found a way to break from their elder brain, then it can be supposed that their desire to expand their dominion over all others has not been lost. So negotiating is not something to be done with a true mind flare colony.
Got it. I mean, would it be smart to go for this brain first?
If you were to destroy the brain, it would most likely, if not incapacitate all of the mind flares, then
Okay.
hurt them quite a bit.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if it's possible, but my thought process is if there's a way to sneakily or get our way as close as possible to this elder brain before maybe other parts of its colony notice us. I mean, do they have ways of like detecting if it were invisible or stealthing or?
An elder brain has such psionic potential that it can sense thinking minds within, quite a distance, miles at least.
And I do too much thinking to hide my thoughts. Got it. So.
I believe something like your friend was discussing the wizard. Things like a mind blank, a non-detection, those can block you from that kind of perception.
Don't fucking tell me that fucking necklace will help.
Okay.
Don't you fucking tell me.
The necklace that we all took off. Hold.
It would protect you from that sense, but not necessarily all of its, abilities.
Okay. So we run mind blank and the amulet. Ugh. Alright.
Cloud.
Oh, not Andraste,
Yeah.
suddenly Cloud. Wait, are you going, Ronnie, or are you waiting?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh well,
Okay.
Yeah.
there's one last thing. But then left I can drop off for the elder brain. With this group, I noticed you'll use you have the power to use telepathic. I guess you wouldn't say telepathic. Telepathic conversation. If it can sense you,
It'll know.
it can likely hear you.
Don't do that. Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so
Right,
not
I-
going near it today.
Yeah, I very much appreciate this.
Alright.
That's what I can offer.
And I kind of give like a thanks and a little like appreciative bow.
Bows as well. Blessing of the moon.
Yes.
Cloud.
Yes.
You can claim the dead, right?
I mean, that is an ability that I have, but yes. Why do you ask?
I need to know how strong that is.
He's gonna fuck
Not
up.
very. I mean,
Right. Then we have a problem. It might.
I mean, if they have an intelligence of 3 or lower,
bitch, it's useless.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's not
You can
meant
paralyze
for
them, I think.
Well, it's,
illegal
If they fail.
religion.
I mean, like
I can
out of game,
paralyze
it's
it,
out
so-
of game. It's in the mirror, right? So like, if it
Yes.
stays in the mirror, is there a problem?
Well, about that. I've been tinkering with the mirror. And in the off chance that I might make an accident, he could get out. So
So don't do what you're doing.
oh no, I'm going to, but accidents can happen.
I hate this
So-
man. I hate this man.
I'm altering the mirror so that, well, I'm attempting to alter the mirror so that planar travel is no longer possible out of it or into it.
Oh.
Yes, I'm
I-
trying to make
Well
it
then,
more secure.
well then, in case of one of your accidents, this is one of those don't do things by yourself. Let somebody be next to you. So do what you're doing.
So since you guys also asked what it is what I believe to be a demi-lich.
Kara picks up some random glass of water, just a.
Something like a demigod. It would be a lesser lich. But rather, it's a lich who has evolved beyond its need for a body.
Oh my! This is getting worse.
Oh.
You guys probably can see it in my head now.
Why did you buy this mirror?
First of all, thank God I have it and not someone else who
Oh,
would be
you're right, you're
stupid
right.
enough
No,
to
you're right.
let it out.
You do
But
this
you're
yourself
tinkering with
to
it.
Wiki.
Yeah, but if I'm successful with my tinkering, he'll never, ever be able to get out.
Okay.
The prison will be permanent, and once it's filled, it will not take anything else.
Well then, again, if you're tinkering, just make sure you're with somebody. Don't tinker by yourself. And when I say take someone with you, your husband you would need a second person if you're taking your husband.
I have a question. I don't know if any of us would know this. Do liches like each other?
Oh.
Depends.
Because didn't Winona mention one time? Could it be a thing where you know how we gave a soul to the hags? Could we just give them?
I don't know if I'm not the one to mingle with liches, and I don't think Winona wants to fuck with that lich since he's all like chaos and shit.
Yeah,
But
she did seem
hags,
kind of.
maybe the hags would be someone to ask about that.
See, I'm worried about mentioning it to the hags because, like, I love
They
them.
might-
They're great, but
You secretly
They
feel
might attract more
weird
than we
about
attract.
them. Oh.
I
New
mean,
information every
also,
day.
You were talking about when you were tinkering with the mirror. I don't know how much it would help, but I have a potion that was described to me as a potion of genius. I don't really know if that'll help you. Like, it didn't make you any smarter than you already are.
Don't make his head big.
A potion of genius.
oh wait,
What does it do?
I'm googling it.
If Winona was here, I
I don't
would
think it's
suggest
gonna come
soul.
up on the Google. I think it's gonna come up on my.
Oh,
If Winona's here, I would suggest soul swapping it into a frog. Just an evil frog.
See, again, and that's also the risk of if it works. You know, you gotta make sure it works.
Well, we have luck on our
Well, I
side.
mean, like, you know how, like, I mean, we've fought dragons and other
Huh.
powerful beings that have been able to resist some of our magical abilities. Would liches have the same thing?
I think it would depend on the strength of the lich. That one Winona was talking about
Seemed
sounded
pretty strong.
scary. But
Yeah.
This one, I mean, probably have some sort of immunities.
The potion of genius. When you drink this potion, your intelligence score is 20 for 1 hour.
You're smarter than the potion!
What's that laugh?
So this potion would not help you.
No, I'm so sorry. And that potion should not be drunk by anybody once we go to this area.
Why?
That potion
So,
will kill us.
Also, by the way, this mental communication that we've been doing, let's not do it.
But
Oh,
this
yeah,
is how
we'll have
we
to wait
can
until
sneakily talk.
Well, from what I was asking, y'all wouldn't know his name. The sword. I was talking to the sword. The this elder brain thing would be able to like read our thoughts. It's able to have psionic powers to kind of probe into our mind. So it would know our plans if we're trying to communicate in our heads about it.
Did
Can't you
say
just
elder
read our
brain?
minds anyways? Like, know our plan because we're thinking about it, even without telepathy?
You're killing me.
It kind of chuckles, like, it probably won't read your mind.
Well, if it reads Asta's mind, it's gonna just get food and sex, and it's gonna immediately move on.
On TV.
So he also was telling me the mind blank was a really good idea, but those amulets that we've all decided to take off could maybe help.
I think I have another idea.
What's your idea?
My anti-magic field.
Well,
Won't
see,
that
but
shut
then
down
this,
our stuff too?
so, well, is it like using a magical ability, or is it just that's it's like is it
It's
actually using
complete
magic, or is
separation from the weave, from what I understand. If anything, from what I can assume, it would be like when we had that fight in the plane of Earth, where like she could sense like that area, but it was like blank.
it could?
That's the idea I have in my head. So maybe the elder brain would be like, okay, there's something funky there, but I can't detect anything. But I know
Yeah,
something's
because
there.
it sounds like because it could read our thoughts as willingly as it wants. The minute that we start getting close, it would already know. So if there's a way, if we can get as close as possible to the brain without being detected, that would be the most ideal thing of doing.
Okay.
What about being on the ethereal plane?
I guess technically I would think it wouldn't work, right? Because it's two different planes. You're not really there, but
Can we do
Hunter,
that
would
to
that
all of
work?
us though?
I mean, I just hold
What was the last part about what would work?
on. If we use etherealness to go into the ethereal plane, would they be able to detect us?
Make an
I think we'd be
Arcana
able to
check.
build her ship on that though, right?
Guidance.
15. I'm gonna use my meditation for the
wig.
D20. Okay, 20, 24.
You believe something on the ethereal plane would be unable to be detected by that mental sense that it has.
Oh,
How many
Unless
of us are
it
there?
also was on the elder brain. Unless it was also in the ethereal plane or had some other further ability that makes it more special.
How many of us are there?
that's what I was just about to ask. So there's
6 for y'all.
Plus,
Okay, so
well,
Cloud.
is 7 including VO right now?
No, 6 including VO.
That is including. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
we're not
so-
including the Gith guy.
Well, he would be on the ship. He has to pilot the ship.
Oh, it's
So,
pilot ship. Got it.
As long as there's still forces outside attacking, he can be out there. But he said, once they dealt with that, and they weren't getting attacked outside anymore, then they would try to find their way in and help.
Got it. I'm caught up. Okay,
I
so
think
then
I
yeah,
got
6.
it. I think I've got it. We might have to wait another day or something because I don't know about
We got time.
the spell slot situations.
Yeah, we got time. We got maybe like at least like a day or two,
or two.
yeah.
We need 2, I think, in order for this to work.
Okay, well we could tell him.
Cloud, if you upcast etherealness into a godstone, you can target one additional person. I will be twin spelling
Up to
mind
3.
break so that 3 people. Oh, juicy.
Creatures that
Can I
are-
cast etherealness then?
I think you can only cast it on yourself normally, but if you upcast it, you can target up to 3, including you, so 2 more than normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
That should cover everybody then. So then Cloud gets 2 in himself, and then you get 2 in yourself, and that should be it.
You wouldn't even need Godstones. You
wouldn't need the
you'd have to
Godstone.
use both your 1/7 level spell.
Well, then we would only need 1. Well, the issue is, I would like spell slot
Oh, 8th
the day
level,
of.
right? Because it's the higher.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very powerful spell. So that's why I'm saying like it would be nice if we had a day or two, so that way
You can put them in the
Can't
stones.
have it in a godstone and not have to worry about expending. Like it's just
mean-
about saving resources.
Do y'all have the resource now? Like, could y'all put them in this?
I don't have prepared.
I don't think they have it prepared. The spell we just thought about.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not really one I have at the ready.
Well, you
So
can do
2
it.
days.
Not
We have 2
necessarily.
days.
We have a day or two. Like,
Okay.
at the very least, y'all can do it tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
and I'm sure we still have
Just in
at least a day.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, just
That's a
to
good
catch you
idea.
guys up on some other stuff, I sent a message to Cyric, or a sending spell to Cyric.
Mhm.
I asked him if he could like speed up the process of my clone in the ground.
You're gonna trust him with that clone in the ground?
Well, if you are worried about the clone not, him being tampered with and suddenly not working, you could just try resurrecting me if I die. And if it had been tampered with, I will be resurrected. Does that relieve any part? It does not. Okay.
We would have to wait for testing that
I'm
out.
glad.
You would
I'm
have to
glad
waste
that you just
materials.
know. You just know me. I was making a little face, and you were like, "No, okay."
You can read those shark eyes expressions.
Well, I'm just, he did say it would be kind of an experiment for him as well.
Fucking Christ.
So, just wanted you guys to know what may or may not be happening in the future. I'm not necessarily trying to get that done anytime soon. It's just, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah. At this point, Car under her breath is like, "Holy luck, he literally needs everything."
I'm just concerned because it does take like 120 moons.
120.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
so
a
if
very
he could just-
powerful spell.
Yeah, so that's why I'm wondering if he could like maybe accelerate a spot. Could be nice.
Do you think this is a dumb idea, but do you think Luna can generate mini moons for it?
Well, that's just my way of saying it takes 120 days.
Oh, okay. I thought you actually
I
meant
was like, I
moons.
don't think she can accelerate time by putting 120 moons in the sky.
Well, no, I thought like maybe it absorbed the moon's energy, so maybe Luna can make a mini moon.
I'm fucking dead. Luna, who's
Chuck,
back
you
in
just agreed.
Komanuma right now, is like, ooh, my head just hurt. Somebody is...
Somebody made a dumb idea with me.
Someone made a dumb idea and I was involved.
You know exactly who it was.
Well, in that case, I think I'm going to... Can I twin spell into the Godstone? If I'm still cast... Or do you want me to twin spell when I cast it out of the Godstone?
Do we have to twin spell?
I do.
You just upcast
Do
it.
you?
and get
Upcast
three people.
it. We get everybody.
Guys, mind blank is still needing to
Oh,
happen.
mind blank.
Oh, yeah. I didn't catch the part where we were talking about that.
Sorry. I mean, I was just asking about the twin spell and the Godstone. That's gonna be a
Mind blank. Like, I feel like we shouldn't do point or the meta magics with the godstones.
Okay, so then when I do go to cast it, if it's in a Godstone, can I then use my meta magic like the day of? Or just not at all?
Not at all. Sorry.
That's okay.
Hunter said that's too powerful.
Well, because then it makes it also possible, like, remembering.
If you did it.
Well, I would think it would just be for me. Like, I would be the only one holding it, because but it's a fine, never mind. Don't even. I'll just have to cast it twice. Actually, no, we'll just keep the one. And then who do we want to have this?
I mean, if you want to save resources, Intellect Fortress would still be pretty good. It wouldn't be full immunity, but it'd be resistance. It's a psychic damage.
4th level, right?
3rd level.
Or no? Oh. Mm. Okay, I'm gonna move Arcane Lock.
But then that one is concentration too. Mind Blink is not.
Are you
Oh,
already
Etherealness is concentration.
you already pre-picking your spells for tomorrow?
Yeah.
He's preparing. He's not just prepared, he's prepared.
Well, whenever you get done doing that on dress day, I was kind of trying to do my own studying on these potions, but apparently not many readers on this boat, so no alchemical solution books to find out what these are. Could you identify the rest, please?
Oh, yeah.
Also, I've been pushing it off because I didn't want to ask, why are you so fucking bruised? Nell?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were talking to me. I was like, what?
I was walking around and I saw a training area and I just like walked in and asked if anybody, how we train at night.
Oh.
Yeah, these people don't fuck around. She destroyed me.
She destroyed me.
Nell, do you know what I'm thinking?
No.
Damn it, I
I
thought
can't even
you...
read your emotions. We've had this conversation.
Oh, I thought you were, like, a close enough friend of mine that you would just know what I'm thinking about right now.
I am pretty sure I have a concussion. Like, I'm having trouble sitting up right now.
The honey badger. She rises.
What?
Well, I mean, if you feel like... She's pretty big, I'm just gonna warn you, like...
Yeah, and I was pretty small. And you the one who goes on about me punching dragons in the feet.
I have this weird click at my jaw now. Well, I'm not sure if she's still in there, but I'll let her know, if you want me to set that up.
Alright. Do we want to go beat her up now while we have time and Andraste's being Andraste with his spells?
Is this like a playground fight? Like...
No, it's training one's skills in combat. I mean, it might help me if I wanted to practice with the sword too, right? Maybe.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like if this is really training, you wouldn't use your luck powers.
I was gonna use my luck.
Let's go. Let's go. I hope she kicks your fucking ass. Ow. 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 Ow.
Right.
I'm gonna go see if I can't find, what was her name again?
Leziel.
Leziel.
Yeah, Leziel. Hey, have you seen
Leziel
Leziel?
backwards.
Have you seen Leziel? You see Leziel?
You head over there. Also, which potions did you already have? Did you already know?
The ones that
What do
you
you have
told me
written down?
about, I wrote down very vague shit. Enlarge like potion, I wrote down. I wrote down acid resistance, but I think there was more to that one than I wrote down. And I wrote down dark vision / fear. I think that one, someone else drank it and it showed them bad shit and made them scared. Those are the only 3 that he looked at.
Okay. And there was 4 more, I think. Do you have that? Do you have 4 extra random ones?
I didn't write it down, I just bought the box.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say 4. I guess. Andraste, roll 4d100.
Roll
4
D100s?
Yeah. And then y'all head down to that little training room. Leziel's sitting on a bench to the side, having a refreshing drink of water.
Hey, my friend here, she's known as the Honey Badger back at home. Like, she's the one that usually trains me, and she saw what you did to me, and she just thought, like, maybe... Okay. Oh, God, my tooth. Train
Yeah,
together.
Car's already kind of like standing behind him, like knuckles cracking, like, you beat up my tiefling
Oh
friend.
yeah?
Huh?
We were training. I mean, he got a couple of hits in, but needs some work. As I'm sure you could see if you're his current trainer.
Her eye does kind of like twitch.
You see that scuff mark on her armor? I did it.
All right. Let's feel you out. I don't know. You don't look that tough to me.
Okay.
She has a sword.
1 second. Yeah, she's a sword. Just, are we doing like same thing, just sword training or magic too?
Ooh.
Magic was an option. Fuck.
Yeah. You said you wanted to practice your sword. I'm fine either way.
We'll go for whatever's your best. If you want to include magic too, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
But I guess you could pick
Take
your.
sword with one hand on the mat.
I guess you could pick your poison though. Would you rather fists or a sword?
Whatever you're best at.
Ooh. So that I'll keep the moonblade sheath. I'll be like, next time, buddy.
Okay. Since we're really doing this out, you want to roll initiative to see
Okay.
if you hit the jump or not?
It's been a while since Carl had
It's been a while since I've had this.
I can't wait for this.
Oh, I rolled the highest in my initiative. I got a 30.
Okay, so you'll go first.
Okay. So I'll do my
I want to
normal.
cheat.
What?
I think me and Carl are the only ones here.
You
Oh, yeah, you're back identifying.
Yeah, so then I'll flash forward immediately, go in with the punch. So wait, I haven't rolled
pen.
a 10. Okay.
I know it's been like a month since combat.
I know. So first hit is a natural 20,
Yeah.
second hit is a natural 20.
They hit.
Okay. So then, oh lord. No sneak attack, so it would be. Sorry, I have to check numbers. Okay. So it's 42 points, and just I'm gonna
Okay.
casually try to stun, just normal roll.
Natural 20.
Oh shit! Ugly. Okay, flurry of blows. 18, no, 32 and natural 20 again.
Hit.
We've had 4 natural 20s on this one turn.
I really did.
Save it for the big fight.
Use it all now on this stupid shit. I'll burn another key point to try stunning. Trying to feel it out without the fucking natural 20.
Drama queen.
21.
Yeah, that definitely saves. Okay. She high rolls. Got it. Yes, then I guess that's my turn. I just fists out braced.
Okay, she is going to. Cast haste on herself. We'll make the haste action attack first.
Yep. Yeah, Car sees the haste, and she's just like,
Natural 1.
Oh,
And then a bonus action to make another weapon attack. Since I casted a spell with my action.
gotcha. Yep.
Probably doesn't have. That's her turn.
Okay.
She will. Just with your like passive insight, you can tell there's definitely already some respect and appreciation, and not minding taking a few hits and missing. Like there's less of a frustration and like arrogance, and more of like a, oh no, she actually got some.
Oh, okay, cool.
Got a good trainer. What's going on with her little trainee?
Did she say that aloud?
No,
I was
that's
about
just
to
the vibe.
say, okay. Alright, that's a vibe. But she's not rough yet, right?
She is.
Oh. So then, like, maybe with the swing and the miss, I'll just be like, do you want to keep going, or...?
I mean, probably out after a couple more hits from you, so it's really your choice, I guess.
We'll give it two more. I'll do two more swings, and if these are fucking natural 20s again, then I'm definitely gonna stop. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. After the second punch that goes through, I'm just gonna definitely stop whatever the damage is. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's another 31, and at that point, I back off.
She's still up.
No, I know. I don't want to like knock her out cold.
How does she float? Is she bloody or just like fucked up?
1 second. For a second, you see like a hesitation, where there's like another attack she's about to throw. She's like, nah. Not bad. Not bad.
You're pretty good
I should probably
yourself.
sit down. She goes sit down.
I strum my lute and I cast Healing Word at level 5 on her.
Oh, thank you. See where your true talents are.
Look, I mean, I'm trying to learn a new skill. You don't have to keep putting me down. I know, I suck.
No, you remind me of the Gazera monks I used to train with for all this.
Oh, really? Where were they residing?
One of the Gith cities. He was not really with a big group. It was mostly Githyanki. He was kind of on his own, little hermit in the city.
Oh yeah? You remember his name?
What is it? Jenneth?
What were you waiting to see here, Cork?
Yes,
I would have gagged. I would have gagged. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
uh,
good spar.
Thanks for kicking my ass, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple of days from what I heard, so, well, anytime you want to keep up sparring, I'll be ready.
Well,
Maybe after a little, and just, she just goes slow all of a sudden.
Oh, the haste! The haste!
Excuse me. Caught up with me.
I know what that feels like, and that fucking sucks. I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, that's why I sat down. I was ready for it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, after a little rest, then I'll be good to go later.
Sounds good. When we turn, Kara puts a hand on Nell's shoulder. It's like, we're gonna get you to beat the shit out of that woman.
shut the fuck up.
I fucking believe. No, I'm not trying to downplay you. I believe. I want you to. Wipe the smug off her face.
See her? She's like 3 of me.
Andraste catches up with y'all, lets you know the potions from what he understands. First one, something about tongue twisting. Apparently, whoever drinks this will only be able to speak in rhyme for an experimental amount of time.
Just give that to VO. Yeah.
Yeah, might as well just make it. It's gonna be tough for anybody else.
Wait, out of game. Don't tell him. Until you just
Until
slip
he-
into this drink so that he panics and is
Ah!
like, come off the rise on the spot.
He said he thought he might
Watch,
be
he's
able to
talented.
join
He is extremely
around
talented. He'd be able to do it.
12:30.
Okay, yeah, can we
He's
plan
not.
for when it's not Chio? We can just have a cheers, like, alright guys, cheers to surviving against a colony of mind flares. I believe in us all. Like, have a whole cheers in his, we're gonna put that shit in his drink.
Don't worry, I got this.
And then this one is a.
If anybody is good at drugging his fellow party members.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You watched me beat up that gift, right? Just keep that in mind.
Look, you might not sleep all night, but you still meditate for 4 hours a night, Kara. Watch it.
Next one. It causes the drinker's fingers to become very sticky and will allow them to climb walls for an experimental amount of time.
Ooh.
Spider-Man.
Zoot. Sticky frog.
The third one will allow the drinker to not need to sleep for an experimental amount of time.
Experimental.
But still get the long rest?
Experimental amount of time.
Yeah, whenever I say experimental, I said it last time, but whenever I say experimental, there's a roll involved when you drink it.
Oh.
Oh,
See, if I drink
Just
that
like that
now,
reason.
then I'll never actually have to sleep.
and then last one is a radiant damage resistance for an experimental amount of time.
Oh.
Cool.
Is Cloud.
Yeah, yes.
Sorry.
Hello.
We're all dead.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry.
See, we make that joke all the time now. He doesn't believe us.
But for
Hi,
real,
Sky.
Mind Flayer is about to eat Kara's brain.
We really need your
Also, that is
time.
not true. We're on a ship cruising.
There are a bunch of dragons we may end up facing when we're there, though. That's not a lie.
That is true.
Okay.
One of which is a
Tentacle-y
mind
dragons.
flayer looking dragon with tentacles.
I love it.
It's been
love it.
specified. um.
Kara
yeah. Oh.
just sparred with somebody on the ship and beat her up, pretty much. But it was like a friendly, respectful thing. Not at first, but then it was because she made it nice. Kara was kind of being a bitch about it. And then on Just, they just identified the other potions in the box that Nell got from the penguins.
Yep.
Okay. So we're all kind of like resting at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the ship. They're just doing.
They said it'll be
Scott
like
said perfect.
at least 1 to 2 days, because it's not going to be that close to the city that y'all were at. But he's not exactly sure how long. But at least longer than 1 to 2 days. Anyways.
Yeah.
In that case, then, at some point, if you're in the middle of something at the moment, Vio has something to scene to do with Nell at some
I
point.
think we're
Oh.
open, actually.
Oh God.
Okay, so Vio comes in lugging all of his instruments. Hey, oh,
Oh,
there we go.
hold on, I'm coming. I'm like, grab some of them. I'm like.
Okay, thank you. Whew. So now,
Yes.
I've just bought this new harp, and the one that I've been using, you got me as a gift. Possibly one of the loveliest gifts anyone has ever given anyone in the
history of the universe. So, I can't think of another bard. I would rather have it. Would you like this Clylyre? No shape, wind wall of fire? Hmm?
Do I have to attune to it?
Yes. By a bard, but you're a bard now. Stone shape, wall of fire, wind wall, and fly, invisibility, levitate, and protection from evil and good.
Damn.
Gotta remember those extra ones.
Extra spells for a warlock would be nice.
You. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Yeah, I'll take it, Vio.
Yeah. I mean, the one I just bought has more sort of defensive spells in it, so I thought as you're more, you know... Anyway, enjoy!
Well, thanks. Speaking of, do you want to help me make my next bomb? I made one earlier.
Make a bomb.
Yeah.
Boom!
Razzle dazzle!
What do you think I was buying all this gunpowder and nails for?
Oh, nails as in metal ones, not like...
Yeah.
Ew! That would be so gross.
Yeah, why would I buy
also,
those?
I did manage
Just a
to
bit of extra
meet.
length.
You need what?
I did manage to meet Delegarx, a demi-lich who was imprisoned in that mirror of trapping that I bought.
It's a demi-lich.
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah,
good
it,
kind?
I don't know if
No.
you guys. It's whatever call it. It's a lich that's like ascended past the need for a body, basically. Like he's literally just a floating skull with like gems in his teeth.
I just...
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew!
And I think those things got to break for him to die. But from what I understand, he's not bothering us right now. Just nervous. He asked me my name, and I was like, "No, I'm booking it." Jesse.
You're saying?
I think the W plane is still open if anybody else wanted to mess with it for the next, 8 hours?
Take a peek. Oh.
Well, not 8 hours fully now, but like, maybe like 4 more hours, maybe.
Are you saying
Does
we've
anyone want
inadvertently
to meet
adopted
them?
something else?
There will be no adopting here. This evil.
Oh,
This
not at
evil
all.
thing.
Okay, yeah, not even
It's
slightly.
not like the black dragon. It's like, or not like what dragon is that one lady? Oh my god, is a metal dragon, an iron dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not like an iron dragon situation or the gold dragon. It's like a black dragon situation or a blue dragon.
Not a beholder's, bartender beholder situation.
Ah, my husband gets me.
Did you know that technically, on a molecular level, their skin is more similar to rocks than to our skin?
A beholder?
Yes. And they
Oh.
have one lung and 2 stomachs. It's cool, isn't it?
That is cool. I know that their eyes are never completely closed even when they sleep. So make you sneak very hard.
My heart is always warmed at your obsession of beholders. I don't know why. I should be like creeped out, but it makes me really happy that you're happy about it.
I can't explain it, Kara. I saw them in a book one day, and my brain sort of broke in some way, and now I love them.
They're That's why you were completely in awe over Luigi in that tavern. It just it made me smile.
When being Delulu is definitely the Resolulu.
Just listen. Let's just make sure we don't run into any other beholders that are like actually of evil quality, because Vio would instead be trying to ask for its autograph.
I'm sure they're just misunderstood. Anyway.
And Kara looks at Andraste like, see?
So, it sounds like the to-do list is meet the Lich, not adopt him, and make some bombs?
Is that your to-do list?
What else do you want me to do? Do you need me to dance up some bacon as well?
No. I'm just asking, is that you just like verbalizing what your plans are for the next couple of hours?
Yeah, I'll keep it to myself for now.
So are we ready to meet but not talk to the Lich?
This is the giant floating thing y'all saw in the vision that they were like flying out of.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh my god.
that is
We have to go
horrifying.
inside of that?
Yes.
How can you control that undead?
Is that Steven? In the
No,
background?
it's not.
Not of the picture, but like...
No.
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 Hunter's like, I swear to God. He's like, I'll kill Steven.
Okay, well let's go take a peek at this floating skull. Is that how this mirror works? We can just like look at it and see it?
That's so weird.
Yes, you... Well...
Hmm.
I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, per se. I haven't spoken the word, so it won't be a trap yet, so you guys should be fine. But...
Should be.
Well, like I said, I was tinkering with it, so... Regardless, you wouldn't be trapped in a cell with the Lich. You'd be in a separate cell and safe. But, yes. That being said, follow me, guys.
I've had a good run. Let's go.
I've had a good run.
If you scroll down on the picture on the map, you know the purpley dragon tentacles.
Oh. Ooh.
Ooh. What's their number?
Let's look at our
Number?
Can you turn into dragon, Sophie?
No.
No.
Oh,
It has to be beast monstrosity, and it has to be within my CDR limit of at level level 20. I could turn up to CR 15.
That is
Oh yeah, dragon's a
some
dragon,
Bloodborne
that's right.
shit right there.
I know the little knight guy really looks out of it.
Yeah.
It takes it to there. Oh yeah.
He's wearing Melania's armor.
They're going into the demi-plane.
I guess so.
Hmm.
Via wants to meet the floating skull.
I say
You see
before we
the-
walk inside, do not tell it your name.
Asta.
Asta.
What? What are we doing? I wasn't.
You're staying out here.
No! Why?
Alright, then don't
Why
say your name.
you-
Just give me your hand.
Okay, Asta's coming with us. I guess
If
we're
he
about to learn the
dies,
Lich's
I'm not
favourite
involved.
colour.
I'm not involved, bitch.
Okay, don't tell it my name. Let's hope he has no appreciation for musical theatre.
Y'all head into this small room with the mirror propped up. Some throw pillows in the corner.
Progress,
decorate.
okay?
It's all
I'll
foggy in the
focus
mirror.
on Cell 3.
This time you know its name too, so you could do that as well. But either way. Eventually the fog fades and this floating skull with gemstone teeth appears. Well, you've brought friends. Is it time to release me?
Well, I had stated the releasing would be in a few days. I think it's...
Oh. I must have heard hours. Wishful thinking.
That's okay.
We just wanted to meet you.
What are
I
y'all,
let-
some kind of adventurers? Some party?
Yes.
Ugh.
How
Am
did
I?
you get trapped in this mirror?
That was what I was about to ask.
I mean, well, I guess I know how you got trapped, but I guess the details on what had happened.
One second, I'm trying to find this one thing before I... Oh, that's what it was.
Do you know what it's giving? It's giving season like 4 or 5 of Once Upon a Time when what's her name came out of that thing. Oh my god. I'm using no details. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
When that one person did that one thing at that
Yeah, I
one
remember that.
Yeah.
It's from
Dude,
that
my
one
mom
show.
did that to me one time.
It's
We were
from-
living in a townhouse, and then we were upstairs, and she was like, "Crash, can you go downstairs and grab the thing?" I was like, "What
Like,
thing?"
what?
She was like, "The thing downstairs." And I was like, "What thing?" She goes, "The thing that's on the thing downstairs."
Oh my god.
Okay. My memory is hazy. I believe I was a lich when I was put in here. And the transformation happened within. But
Yes, it does seem that you are strong.
I am what?
It seems you have evolved past the point of needing a physical body.
Uh-huh. Physical body.
What is going through this guy's head?
Maybe I...
Can you insight check a skull?
Anyways,
Can you insight check a skull?
you can try.
I can
I'm gonna try and break out of this fucking prison.
Yeah, like,
I just
is there anything I can
never-
read? Can it, like, when Andraste said, like, you're past the point of needing a body, and because he seemed like he was about to say something. Hold on, I have advantage. 35.
I think you could see some kind of recognition happening. Something forgotten.
The hell did you just remember?
What?
Don't what me. Something just clicked back into that skull of yours.
I've been in this mirror so long, you start to just kind of lose track of time and things, and
Well, then
as I
what?
said, memory, and
But you remembered
a
something.
physical body is something I haven't thought about in a long time.
Speaking of
Something
time,
that-
do you remember
Yes.
what the year before you got trapped in the mirror? Like, what's the last year you remember?
12.
Maybe. I believe it was the last decade of the 1600s.
Oh,
What decade are we in?
2000s.
Okay.
So,
do you have a favorite song? We do have a very good singer here.
Now these
I don't know if something like a favorite song would be something I would remember, but it sounds kind of abhorrent right now, unless it includes being released.
I will be honest with you, from what the general world knows about your kind, it leads us to, focus on those stereotypes. We're just kind of curious, like, what your, like, ultimate goals were and what you intended to do with your immortality.
Well, if it has to do with my being released or not released, mm, then I suppose I would be more open to say that. Well, I believe I just had a memory of having a physical body and reclaiming a physical body. And perhaps we can make a promise that if you release me, and we can just stay out of each other's ways, and I can go on my own pursuits to reclaim that physical body. Whatever your pursuits are, perhaps if you're willing to tell, then I will avoid.
Why do you want a body back?
There are things this form cannot do.
Like what?
He's
It-
he's literally just a don't mind him.
I am curious though.
Mm.
Yeah, Kyle.
A lich's body is sustained by the souls fed to its phylacteries. In the case of those like me, perhaps a lich has forgotten to do so over time, or perhaps they have been prevented from being able to do so. And lichdom is something that you must work very hard for. Demi-lichdom is a cheapening of the process.
Mm.
I feel like I've lost my purpose. I can't cast spells anymore. I mean, I'm sure you understand, right?
If Kara, I would say Kara knowing me, she's definitely knows that I'm quite interested when he said weakened, like when I'm realizing that he's in a weakened state.
Mm.
I will. Oh fuck me! What did I want to say? Oh, if we did release you, I think I would actually like a little more than what you had offered in this deal. We seem to be up against a force greater than a simple good versus evil. This is something that threatens the plane's existence and the majority of the souls within. And if you could aid us when we need it, we will consider your release.
It must be a great danger indeed if you'd be willing to release me in exchange for assistance against it. In particular with one with such stereotypes as myself. But I agree. If it is what it takes, then I agree.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Oh shit! Wait, my computer's being buggy. Hello? Oh, I don't even need to roll an advantage. I just.
I don't know. You should try to see if you get the double D20.
Just like, what do I see about him? You see his soul.
I see everything. What does a 40 get me, Hunter?
He, I think you see a willingness to do what is necessary for his desires. Like a... Not that it is, but it's almost like, to him it could feel like it's like a life or death. Like, I need this, so I'll do what it takes to get out. I will say, naturally, over time, and through what it takes with lichdom status and demi-lichdom, there is corruption that happens naturally in the mind and kind of a evil-ish kind of can lean that direction unless kind of, working against it. And, I think part of evilness is betrayal.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's something that you could ever put really off the table unless you really strengthened that relationship and made it so that you were the more enticing side,
Yeah, so then Kara's kind of giving like a glance to Andraste, like one of those like, oh.
maybe we can work out some sort of symbiotic relationship. We,
I have one way I could sweeten the deal for you.
which would be?
I sense a power of great magic in front of me, and power such as that could make attaining lichdom easy, if you wanted to know how.
Son of a
When my
bitch.
memories returned, I think the processes would return as well. So that could be one part of the symbiotic relationship if it interested you.
Why are we talking about this? He was sealed in the mirror for a reason.
I am afraid I have no interest in becoming a lich myself. I'm quite alright, and I think
It's off the table. It's off the table. We don't need to do that.
I think we have much to discuss with ourselves, so we will leave you. We shall return.
Okay.
Alright,
The
everybody
fog
out.
fades and
Spells
he...
within.
Damn, I had one less suggestion. It was a dumb one though, so it doesn't really matter.
Just shut. Literally, you already like. I heard you say my fucking name while we were in there. I literally wish that you were dead. Like, like out of everyone's fucking name that you had to say in front of this guy, it had to be mine. Just don't follow me for the rest of the day. Don't even speak to me.
Oh, I totally forgot.
Yes, you asshole.
I totally forgot. I'm so sorry.
So I turn and look at the others after we're out, and I'm like, anyways, so clearly this demi-lich, he is 100% willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to get out of there, but that does not mean that he will not backstab us later at some point if we let him out. So
He doesn't need to come out of there.
he doesn't need to leave. Yeah.
I think he might.
But I also see you had a moment, Andraste. He brought up something about being weaker in the state that he's in right now, so you're also probably thinking about killing it.
Now would be the easiest time.
It would.
And I think the best course of action would be to completely eliminate this thing. And not just risk it sitting in the... Yes.
I agree.
How do you eliminate a lich?
Fortunately, you have to destroy its phylactery. Most liches don't keep theirs, on them, but fortunately, this being a lich in its state, it's in his teeth.
Oh.
Those gems that you saw?
That's it?
Yeah, so another description for since Vio also wasn't there, there's some like the eyes are like little glowing flames that show the most personality. But the teeth, he still has some of his teeth, and there are some spots where it's just empty, like there's no tooth, no gemstone. But then there are some teeth that have been replaced with gemstones that have been carved down into T-shape and placed in. About 6 of them are gems.
Okay.
So, we
No,
would
5.
just have to destroy the gems in its mouth.
And itself. Like, you'd have to kill the skull, too.
Then kill it.
The gems. Yeah.
But do we know
I guess
that
it'd be
all
easier
of
to do the skull first.
do we know that all of its olfactory things are in his teeth? Could one be like out of his teeth and we would have to find it?
I mean, I just want to throw out real quick. I know, like, this group is predisposed to, like, jumping on things as soon as we find out about them.
I was literally about to say we're not doing
But
this right now.
We
If that's
have plenty of time to get to this, I'm sure. It's been in there for 400 years, according to the year that it gave us.
Yeah, I was going to just get to that as our conclusion of this conversation, looking at Andraste. This is not a now problem. But this is definitely a problem we will deal with.
Well, that's why it's in the demi-plane.
That's why it's there in a box, in a box, in a
That's what
box.
we brought
But I very much agree with you. I do agree.
I'm gonna open it.
You can fight it by yourself. I mean, I think it is a good idea to keep like this, like, yeah, we'll let you out type of thing. So then it's not gonna immediately be hostile the minute that it comes out. But like, then
I
we
mean,
just
I
You know what I
want to
mean?
feed him evil souls.
What?
I want to feed him evil souls.
Sorry?
Why?
Well, who says that he's gonna eat evil souls?
I
And
mean-
why do you want to feed him?
First of all, you guys are acting like we haven't fed souls to people in the past. I mean, who's to argue having him in our demiplane and we have an evil person we've just fought? I can just drag him in the demiplane and feed him to the lich.
And you're gonna text
So
the Twitch
you-
because he was set in the mirror.
Wait, so now you want him to eat souls so then he gets more powerful and then we have a hard time killing him.
I mean, that's what I had mentioned with the whole symbiotic relationship before he threw out the whole "I'll teach you how to be a lich" thing. I was like, bleh. But I mean that was what I was gonna do as long as he would swear to you know. Oh, I've had an idea for a spell I've also been working on. I'm so sorry that I didn't bring this up earlier.
Yeah. But I mean, go ahead.
The spell is basically like a promise, and if you break it, there's like dire consequences.
Yeah. But I mean, again, from what I was reading from him, like, he'll agree, yeah, but there's no saying that he won't stab us in the back later down the line. So if that spell is something that he's willing to do and you create that, now I'm getting a little confused as to, like, are we just keeping him around or are we killing him?
Doesn't becoming a lich
sure-
consequences?
I'm sure you would know better too than us, Andraste, but like if you did, hypothetically, we went along with this and you fed him evil souls, could he get powerful enough to where he could just like break out? Like, I
Well,
don't
you
know the
see,
limits.
I was thinking we stick him on Zasim for freeing him.
Seems kinda fucked up.
I mean, isn't Char's whole deal like undead and darkness and stuff like that?
I don't think undead. Darkness, though.
And if the lich does win against the team, how much power do you think he'll get off of that?
So, fuck that guy. I mean, ultimately, I'm okay with whatever you guys want to do. You guys can decide together, and I'm cool with it.
Well, the only point I was trying to make is like we don't have to. This isn't like a decision that needs to be made tonight.
No.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
been,
just
it's been in there for
something
400
to ponder
years.
about.
Yeah. I agree, it's an issue, but it's an issue that's been an issue for a while.
It's not that big of an issue compared to the issues that we have ahead.
I'm just curious who trapped him in there.
Maybe next time we go in, we have Neo play a song from the age he came from, and maybe that will jog his memory.
I'm not really sure how available music from 400 years ago is.
I mean, Neo can figure it out. He's the best
Yeah.
at music.
I'll ask
Give me the
Agatha
talking
to
stick.
hum a tune next time we're in town.
Give me
Nice.
the talking stick.
Works library.
VO with his zingers. Well, I mean, I could pour us all a drink. I have some of this stuff that actually gives us a little bit of a buzz that Kara bought.
Yeah, I need a fucking drink after all that fucking lich shit.
Does everybody
No,
want
thank
to drink?
you.
Video? Andraste?
Y'all are just alcoholics.
It's one glass.
No. I mean,
Oh,
Plus-
do you want to ask our gift friend?
yeah,
Actually,
sure.
yeah, maybe
I'll
not,
go,
they can.
I mean, I can go find him.
That's a good idea.
Well,
See if
I'm
he
gonna
wants to drink.
assume everybody except for apparently Asa is drinking. So I'm gonna go look
Sure.
for glasses and what is his name? Before I leave, what is his?
His name is not Chick.
That is this.
Yeah, I don't know where I saved his name, and I don't remember.
Carl, what's his name?
It's somewhere in my. Wait! I found it! I found it! I don't know how to say it! Oh my god, I found it! It's spelled. Hold on.
Just copy paste it in the chat.
That's from. Well, I can't copy paste it. It's in my journal.
Just copy and paste it from the journal.
Letty Death.
Lend.
Am I pronouncing that right?
Lendoff?
You know my good
Lendoff.
English is not.
It's either spelled like that or it's spelled.
She can't read her own writing.
Well, I can't determine if it's 2 little dashes or if it's just 1.
I probably just want. Well, yeah, I'll go find him. Just ask.
It's
Lani-
two.
It's 2 dashes? 2 little dashes? Huh?
Lanida.
Lon.
Just.
Lanida.
I'm just like leave the room and just like on the way. So excuse me, I'm looking for some like glasses to pour some drinks, and also have you seen Lottie Doth, the guy in charge around here? You know where he is?
You can probably just use the glasses in the rec room, the waiting room, and he's probably in his helm upstairs on the deck.
Okay, I'm gonna go find him real quick.
Okay.
I'm just gonna call him Lon.
Hey, don't.
As you head up the stairs onto the deck, there is an insanely strong wind blowing and making it hard for you to move up to his little room where the helm is.
I use thaumaturgy just to make my voice audible over the wind. I'm like, excuse me, don't mean to interrupt whatever it is you're doing out here.
Brooding.
We were just gonna like have a drink. I don't know if you wanted to like join us. I figured I'd ask as like a way of thanking you for having us on your ship here.
Well, you can barely hear yourself over the rushing winds and the astral sea moving past you. You don't hear any response from the helm.
Oh.
Because you're doing it from like on the deck outside, right?
Yeah. I'll just think real hard at them and say the same thing.
Think real hard!
Think real hard. Dead.
Let me just double check.
Let me just think really hard.
Almost give myself a hernia doing it.
Any second now. Alright.
Doing a lot of thinking on this.
You don't see him come out. You don't hear any mental response back to you.
Oh my god, what's happening?
Chilling.
Does he's like at the helm though, like doing stuff?
He's like in a room. You can't really be sure what he's doing.
But is he like moving?
You don't know. He's in a room. You can't see
In the
him.
room, he can't. I don't know.
But like,
He's in a room.
if you're looking at this right here, can you see my ping?
Where are we? On the ship? Oh, yeah.
Okay, so like that's the staircase you came up,
And
kind of where you're standing, calling out, and he's in this room, like with walls around him, a roof over his head. So.
Well, I will just step back down the stairs a little bit, just because I'm not sure how fast this wind is, and if I'll get blown away if I'm
Fast
not
as fuck,
consciously
boy.
holding myself here, and use project image into this room,
Okay.
and say all of that again.
Excuse me.
Very nice. Well, it's not like a. This isn't like quarters. This is like a kind of like a meeting room. There's a table, chairs on either side, and some like stuff hanging up on the walls. Windows behind him, and he is sitting in a floating metal chair at the end of the table, with his eyes closed, kind of focusing, just both hands on the table in front of him. But as you kind of float in, he kind of opens one eye and then both eyes. And I was like, "Did you need something?"
Yeah, we were all about to have a drink, and I was just, gonna extend an invitation. It's a way of being polite. We're guests, and it was a way of saying thanks for having us on board.
As he's like having this conversation, you can see him kind of squinting his eyes and still straining as he's focusing. You can tell the ship is still moving as he's still focusing on it. It's like, well, thank you, but I mean, if I stop to do that, then we would have to stop the entire ship, and it will take much longer if. And then in the middle of a sentence, he just kind of suddenly his eyes go wide and he stops. And you just feel the ship lurch as it suddenly stops. Everybody downstairs, you can kind of feel it kind of pool as it just hits the brakes. Something in the way. We'll need to move slowly around it. He kind of steps out, and kind of takes a look outside. You kind of follow him. And then anybody that comes up the stairs as well can see kind of before the ship above it is this massive, colossal, gargantuan, tremendous chain above. About 5 links are visible. You can see a 6th one, but like it's starting to go into the fog and extending farther than you can see, so you can't really see if it goes any farther. The other side that you can see is like the last link is a broken link. And I mean, this is like one of the links has the thickness of the ship from the front to the back.
Oh my god.
So you kind of get, I mean, it's really only up to your imagination what was held with the chains, as big as it was.
I'll just look at him while we're both looking at it. Just like, what the fuck was that?
It's not like
Remnants
the
left
chains
behind.
that
From what?
Could be anything, really. I mean, Astral Sea is kind of a dumping grounds for the rest of the world. We get lots of things. So,
I mean, does it look like the chains that we've seen before?
I mean, the chains that you've seen before aren't necessarily like at least like the ones that they wear. There's not necessarily anything significant about them. It's just the fact that they wear them as like and kind of brandish them. The ones that you've seen like come out of the portals that they've used as like attacks or transportation. Those two don't necessarily look particularly unique, but those were smaller. This is much bigger.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this could have been from any of the outer planes. It could have been from the material plane. It could have been from the far realms. It's hard to say.
Okay,
Well, is this something that's happened before? Like, just come across something huge like this?
I mean, you see a lot of stuff. Like I said, I haven't seen a chain as large as this before, but I've seen ruins of temples pulled from other planes. I've seen a small plot of farmland and an old woman and some chicken. Yeah.
I thought the Feywild was wild, but this place.
That's why the bodies of dead gods kind of end up here. They just kind of pop in. That's how they've found the one they've landed on.
I thought that was just like a.
they landed on?
I mean, we'd seen it, as y'all had. On my best study, I'm not exactly the religious type, but I believe it to be Moander's body.
Okay. I just thought y'all were like having some
I
sort of
just-
like fun with speech when you were saying like the bodies of gods and stuff. Like you mean literal bodies of gods are floating around out
Yes.
here?
Mhm.
Okay. I guess like whenever someone's asked the question, where do gods go when they die? We have an answer now.
Yes, I mean they don't all end up in the astral plane, but I know of a handful that have.
Um,
That's so interesting that didn't I just come across a temple of Moander?
Hmm. One of the temple that you saw that was all like rotting and decaying outside was a temple of Moander,
Wasn't that the
which is
one that
what
fucking
you
separated
remembered.
Tish?
Yes.
Yeah.
well, since y'all are all here now, well, I asked, and apparently he can't leave without the ship doing what it's doing now. Nothing. So we got to go around this thing slowly. So
Okay.
it's just gonna be us having drinks. Is there anything you need from us to help, or will we just be in your way? I'm assuming.
No, it's just that the ship kind of has a built-in brakes where anytime it's going to get close to a collision or danger, it's going to stop. You kind of would prefer it to brake. If you feel a collision, that's when something bad is happening.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. It's good to know that everything's the same as far as that goes. Well, I guess they said there were some glasses in the rec room. Is that where we were earlier, Hunter? In the rec room?
Yeah, that's where y'all were first, kind of having y'all's talk before y'all got to the Rock of Brawl, where they had the tea.
All right.
That's
Well,
Jesus.
let's go back there and go find those glasses. Gonna cast prestidigitation, clean them up.
Okay.
Take out one of the bottles, fill
You
them
can feel
up.
the ship slowly start to move as y'all sit down.
Okay. Satisfied.
Right. Here's
It doesn't feel like it's been a lot of time, but like looking up, you'll see it's been like a full like 7 hours since y'all left the dock. Like it's probably felt like an hour, but like even in that, like Card was able to do a trance and then come out, and it felt like 30 minutes for y'all. I mean, it just kind of has a weird sense of time and concept.
there's no sunlight.
So weird.
Yeah, that makes it weird as well.
It's weird.
Some of y'all probably feel tired, like bodies needing sleep.
Yeah.
I'm coming back turned to everybody making drinks.
Asa's just on the floor sleeping.
Kara, you are
Yeah, just-
you're towards the end of your long rest.
Ah! Oh, come on, guys! I'm ready to go.
All right. Pass out. Here's drink for Kara. Drink
Thank
for
you.
Cloud. There you go, Vio. Andraste, are you drinking? I made one for you.
I'm sure if you made one.
All right. I got mine. All right. To
Enjoy.
whatever you feel like toasting, and cheers.
To us in
Vio.
survival. To Vio and to
Yeah,
Vio.
To this little family, and to me. Thank you.
And to me.
And to you.
I love you, sweetheart. I'm gonna
Yes.
kiss you.
You too.
Can you keep that shit in the bedroom? Thanks.
Alright, down the hatch.
Yep.
I actually had a glass of iced tea next to me and I raised it up. Like y'all could see me.
Oh, that's so cute.
Is there a saving throw involved, Hunter?
If anybody wants to roll Constitution saving throws, you can. It is a pretty rank.
Well, I was talking about the potion that I put into Vio's drink.
Oh, nope. You just if you want to roll 1d4.
Oh no.
I rolled a 28 for Constitution.
Roll
Nice.
3.
Put it down. Some of it falls out of your ribs. No, I'm just kidding.
Ew! God, you're leaking!
So, Vio,
Mm-hmm.
you suddenly have the urge whenever you talk to... Your tongue is just starting to twist, and it just feels like you're only really able to speak in rhymes. And it's hard to say for yourself exactly how long this is going to last. Out of game, I'll say it'll last 3 hours in game. Because you rolled the 3. So for the next 3 hours in game, you'll have to speak in rhymes when you're speaking.
Okay, could we take a little bathroom break and I'll bring up the
He said, hold on, wait, I need to be prepared for this!
I mean, we were about to end soon anyway, so you'll have plenty of time. We're gonna be in the fucking main combat, and Vio's just gonna be rhyming for them the whole time. You just gave him homework.
Well, I agree that out of everyone, I felt like he was the one.
He's the one who could do it.
True.
Everybody else would be sitting here for like half an hour to make a sentence.
This tasty drink has quite a kick, but it certainly seems to have done the trick. So, husband, you said you had a spell that's like a promise. Could we make the skull good, as like Saint Thomas?
No, this spell, I'm trying.
Both of us had the same idea.
I'm trying to think about it, but my main focus has been on the mirror and trying to get it trap proof, basically. I don't know. No, it's not what you asked. Sorry.
Well, I'm just glad that you're not reacting negatively the way people normally do when I spike their drinks. Yeah.
Y'all wonder why I don't want to drink with y'all. Y'all wonder why.
Look, this is innocent. All he's doing is rhyming.
Oh, expected me to react with disappointment when you'd spike my drink with rhyming ointment.
That was amazing.
Well, I mean, normally I have to run away. Or, deal with the spittle from someone yelling.
I mean, I think we could have a rhyme most bawdy if you were to spike every bawdy.
Well,
Yes.
unfortunately, that was the only one, and I gave it to you.
I find that lack of organisation shoddy. Here I am rhyming, all on my Todd.
Ovio.
You're normally resistant to necrotic damage, aren't you, Via?
You guys are bullying him now.
I can be resistant to damage necrotic from enemies chaotic or even despotic.
Okay, well, for being such a good sport with this, here's a potion that'll give you resistance to radiant damage.
He already has it.
Ooh.
He's already resistant to radiant.
At all the time?
Yeah, 'cause he's an ASMR.
Oh, well then. Who else?
I appreciate the gesture of this potion narcotic. The only rhyme I can think of is the word erotic.
That was a good one.
By the end of this, you'll have a point of inspiration, probably. Well, it's gonna be a lot more travel and talking before we get to the insane battles tomorrow, if we get to them tomorrow.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll at least get a start.
Another 2 hours and 50 minutes left of his.
As y'all sit and just take in this relaxing time that y'all are getting before the stress, a portal opens.
Oh, I already know.
And you see a middle-aged Cyric pop out
Oh, for Christ's sake.
with a what looks like a slightly older Andraste.
Oh.
And Andraste starts to go, "Oh, we can," and the Cyric's like, "Nope, wrong one," and pulls him back into the portal, and then it closes.
What the fuck?
What?
Universe
And we'll end it
almost
there.
went boom! Universe almost went boom!
You just see the ripples and the weaves. It's like,
I just slowly look at Andraste. No,
that version of Andraste just had all these like glowing lines and runes and floating hair.
Oh my god.
like
What
God,
the
like
fuck?
God Andraste? Oh, what?
That was a fun little thing that'll probably never come to anything. Maybe you mentioned in like one of the after campaign one shots one day. But it was just, I thought it was a funny concept.
I would imagine future Andraste being like, let's just fuck around with your powers, and then comes back at the time, and Cyric's like, oh shit!
I'll just hear her be like, "Oh, we can tell them," and Cyric's like, no.
Oh yeah, like
You're
he's
not
like,
gonna
we
do
can warn them. Yeah. Oh my.
Wait, I have a final piece of information that will help them even.
The ladder number's there.
The ladder number.
The lottery number!
Something came forth from a magical portal. I cannot explain. Your nary a chortle.
Kari's lucky number 7!
When all actuality, Andraste was gonna be like, Andraste, you put the wedding ring underneath your bedroom table!
Andraste, you forgot to tie your shoe!
And we get to do it again tomorrow.
Yay!
Happy birthday, Hunter!
A brain stealer dragon.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, when I saw that fucking
right.
dragon.
Wait,
when
I'm feeling sick suddenly.
You'll die. No, you'll just have Andraste. No more mimblings.
Yay.
Yay! Happy birthday, Hunter! Yay!
Yay!
One day.
It's gonna be crazy.
By the way, Warrior,
What?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you really are.
That
We'll
was
see
the
if I
most
remember that.
non-intentional thing that I've ever done.